Sweet. This is a one shot that we're running on an off week. I'm Alonzo, and this is a train heist vibe thing that we're doing. If you'd like to introduce your characters, we can start with that. So I'll give it to Tosh.
Am I just say my character, or am I being her for a second? Explain.
Whatever you want to do. Okay.
Because I was just going to use my voice in the game when we played her. So her name is Bernadette Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
She is an engineer and a gadgeteer part-time, and she is a governess the other part of the time. She comes from a fairly well-off aristocracy, an aristocratic family, I can't speak. But they've come into some financial situations, so she wanted to kind of go make some money, and she wanted to make her own money because, I guess things can be taken away. So she studied to be an engineer while being a nanny for governess for these two other rich kids. And while she was doing that, she heard, wind of this train.
Yes.
With all this gold.
Yes. Hunter?
I am playing Orwaka. She is a Kenku. She is very nimble, very sneaky, and a skilled grappler. She doesn't really speak in general. She has a criminal upbringing, I suppose, and will be partnered with one or both of you in this endeavor already. Given that I really don't speak that much, I probably know one of y'all or I wouldn't be here.
I don't think Bernadette would be a criminal. She is of the educated path in the high society, and I imagine she looks like Mary Poppins, but like blonde and kind of like Southern Belle looking.
Human?
Yeah, very inhuman. Yeah. So just very clean, very kind of posh looking, but I guess in high society again, some regard her as weird because she is in her 30s and not married, and she's supposed to be married by now because that's what all aristocracy does. And instead she's working and educating herself. So some people find that fascinating and they want to help, and some people think she should just go back to sitting and selling and, I don't know, looking out the window all day. So she wouldn't be a criminal, probably.
Okay.
Unless an invention somehow.
What is Hunter's character look like?
My character is a female Kenku, probably wears dark fitting clothing, but loose, like martial artist clothing. So maybe those taekwondo pants, you know what I'm talking about? They kind of almost look like bell bottoms. Probably some of those. And yeah, I would probably wrap up my face to make it harder to distinguish that I'm a Kenku, because that would make me very easy to recognize.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, Ray's character.
My character is Rusty the Brick Rumble. He's a very tall, hulking, massive, muscular figure with bright red hair and the friendly mutton chops. He's got scars all over his body, including these intentional blue bands and a blue and gold headband. Those colors are the colors of his village. He was a fighter growing up in his village. It was very common. It was a good thing to be a fighter. To fight with someone else showed camaraderie. Then he was kidnapped, sold into slavery. He thought if the king knew about it, the king would put a stop to it. Then he found out that the king did know about it. So he escaped slavery by appealing to some sort of outwardly force. And now he's heard about this train, and he's like, I need to go stop this because this is wrong. And some of that money's probably mine that I earned fighting. Alwyn back.
We probably met fighting.
We probably met fighting. So I would have been in a fight, and then how would you have met?
Not necessarily in like a combative fight, but like if your fighting is like through some sort of camaraderie, or like a place.
So the thing is, like, he grew up in a village where fighting was camaraderie and it was good to fight and you could walk away and be happy. But then when he got sold into slavery, it kind of perverted the fighting and turned it into something aggressive and grotesque.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, never mind then.
But I mean, you're involved in criminal stuff. I was enslaved. You probably
Skilled fighter.
maybe you helped me get out. Maybe a messenger came and told you to help me get out. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm down for that. We could be escaped slave fighters. We're both pretty skilled at fighting, so it makes sense.
Wonderful. So,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Now that I think about it, not just Victorian era, probably more aligned with steampunk since she's like a gadgeteer and that shit. But I
Right.
don't want like the fucking gobbles somewhere or like
Right.
pirate looking shit. Like
No, so that's
very-
the that's the general vibe of the atmosphere. Also, it's kind of general Faerun, fantasy D&D-esque bullshit, but also with steam trains and like pistols and steampunk vibe era-esque shit. So that is definitely present in the setting. But for the recordings wise, the general pitch is that the king of the continent is a fortified train that he uses to ship riches and loot that the local lords have stolen tax from the people, and is sending that train around the continent to his doorstep so he can collect all of that. And then for whatever reason our party decides to choose to heist the train, they have to grab it. They're planning to grab it right after the last stop to the king's castle. Or right before the last stop to the king's castle. So this is the last village on the route, and they're going to intercept it between that town and the king's castle. They've just received schematics from their informant of the train itself. So I will roll my little map out of this train that I kind of...
Oh god.
So, something important that I mentioned earlier is that I'm going to run with a unique mechanic here that is going to kind of give that heist-esque Ocean's 11 vibe bullshit to our gameplay. So you will each get one instance of being able to supersede an obstacle in some way. So whenever you want to use that, just let me know, and then I will introduce exactly how it works once it happens. But when something tough comes in front of you, this is the kind of like... well, yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it.
It's gonna be a door.
But
It's gonna be a
some
door.
shit you want to... that, like, you don't know how you want to solve exactly in the moment, we will address that when it comes up. But just tell me you want to use that unit of thing. Again, I'm vague. Before we do it, and that will happen. So, we begin in town, or we're gonna kind of like generally just talk about what's happening before everything's happening, and we're just gonna jump into the action. So there is an aspect of like, you guys had a day in town before everything happens. Is there anything that you would like to gather from the shops or from the town in general? I will give you a quick description of what the town is. This town is called Mithril Canyon, because there's an old mithril mine that used to be here long ago, but has since dried up. But it's a very attractive tourist spot, so you get a lot of traffic coming through here in a general sense. So there's a lot of traveler supplies, a lot of supplies for hikes and stuff because of the environment. It's a very, like, think Wild West kind of shit. Canyons, dry, sand situations, so there's a lot of gear for going across that kind of environment. The train is due to arrive at midnight tonight to pick up supplies and take all of the loot from the local castle to the king. And and you know that the route from the castle to the train is right through the main road, and that they like to make a big show of the whole situation because it's a tourist attraction. So there's a lot of guards on the pathway escorting the cart, and a lot of commotion going on in Main Street of all the tourists watching it happen. And the train itself is super reinforced and has a lot of guards there to obtain it once it gets there. So that is applied as well. But, as I said, you do have a day in town to gather supplies. Is there anything you would like to grab quickly before everything starts going down? I will say, don't worry about it too much, because I have ways around stuff and things, but just in a general sense.
Do you have like stores that are available, specific stores?
We'll keep it loose. Just
Okay.
whatever you kind of want to grab. Whatever you're thinking about grabbing, we can talk about, and I'll say whether you get it or if you can find it or not.
No, there shouldn't be.
Do we at this moment have the schematics?
Yes. More or less.
So is the train in front of us though?
No,
Can I
but
see
you
the
do
train?
have like a blueprint of the train, so you do know that it goes from back end here. So I'll describe I made a little map. It starts at the caboose and goes up to the engine. You have storage / kitchen. You have the
Can I write
soldiers'
that?
quarters. Huh? Yeah.
Can I write that on there? So I don't forget. Que color?
Permanent
Whatever you want.
Storage.
Yes. Storage.
Slash
So
kitchen.
kitchen, that's like the soldiers' quarters is the next one. The one after that is the bar / dining room kind of situation. And then up from that is the living, or, the dorms, living quarters, whatever you want to call it. Place where people sleep.
Metal.
And then there is the goal, the vibe, the store, like the gold room, basically, where you know all the riches are getting stored in. Yes,
The
right
vault.
there.
The
Yes,
vault.
The vault. Yes, call it the vault. And then in front of that is the engine.
I think Bernadette would go by like the local blacksmith or wherever and probably just get some scrap metal and like powders and like little things that she could use later to maybe improvise like mini explosives or like if a gadget breaks or like if some I don't know like
Just general scrap.
excess
Yeah.
supplies and materials to have on her for
Okay.
making like, oh, the door is this, well, let's make this and turn this into this, need some extra shit to
Okay.
whatever. She's gonna do that and then find a cafe and then read over the schematics and like memorize everything.
Okay.
You can go next.
I don't have. Do you have a place you want to go? Because I don't yet.
I will go
Spin the tea?
to a tailoring shop and
Mhm.
find a lot of like thick, heavy canvas needles,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like purchase those.
Okay.
Wordlessly just set them, not one like they expect, but like all of their supply. Just like set them on and just slide over some money, like
Okay.
wordlessly. And those are my darts.
Sweet.
I think I need more darts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to acquire 10 more darts.
I won't keep track of my ammunition too much. One shot, we're having fun. No big deal.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'm gonna go get a fucking umbrella, parasol.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then I want to sit in a cafe and sip my tea and read the schematics.
Rusty, to clear his head and think real quick. He's gonna grab a drink, just a quick one. He does that, and then where does he go? What would be helpful in this heist to Rusty?
What is, again, the crowd looks like what? As I'm sitting here reading it, like, what do I hear? You said it's like a
Yeah, so-
Western situation?
Yeah, so for the general sense, this is like super light planning. We're gonna start playing once we like start the heist, pretty much. So not too much
Just
like
bunch of rattle
general
around.
planning. We're not gonna sit here around the tavern and like do a bunch of
Okay.
stuff. I'm gonna kind of incorporate that with us while we're doing the stuff, like going about it. So just like giving you guys an opportunity to grab a general kind of like what do I think my character might need generally for a heist?
To know what the fuck everything is.
Yeah, so read over the schematics. That makes sense. That's why we have it in front of us. That's why we kind of know like what's happening.
Yeah, because she wants to know like how many entry points there are. Like, are there fail safes, doors opening? Is there emergency exits? Like, how many people does it mention are going to be controlled? What are the fucking materials made out of? Like, she's an engineer, so she's like trying to break it down.
Okay, and I'll go over that in a second once we.
So Rusty will just. He's not much of a thinker, so he's thinking, you know, more weapons equals more better. So he's going to pick up a hand crossbow.
All right.
Yeah.
More weapons.
Yeah.
Yes.
More weapons is more better.
Not wrong.
Sweet. So, from your informant, you are aware of the fact that in this town, like I said, there is a very well adorned and fancy spectacle of transferring the loot and the golds and the fancy shit from the town's keep to the train. So
Like,
it's
we can see the gold.
more or less. It's pretty heavily fortified, so you have like 6 guards escorting the gold in itself, and you have a huge crowd of people that is watching this transfer as it happens.
I'm
And
gonna
it's
make note of what it looks like too. The
Okay.
containers.
yeah. It goes from the castle over to the train yard. The transfer itself takes about 30 minutes for them to get there, but you can see there's a huge like caravan of simply soldiers to make sure that this transfer happens smoothly. Way too much for 3 people of your like capacity to really just like go up and start a whole combat and fight thing. So a huge caravan of like 6 guards per cart that are there to make sure everything is going smoothly. It takes 30 minutes, and then promptly after, a lot of the guards get off onto a caravan and travel off from the town itself to the castle. So they travel separately. 2 guards per cart, more or less, stay on the train itself as like a defense situation, but the rest of them bounce. You do know that there is a head guard. You do know that there's a head guard that is kind of overseeing everything on the train as well, but then it leaves. So what I'm going to ask for the heist vibe here, once it leaves, what is the mode of getting onto the train that we are going to use? This is kind of just like whatever you guys as a group, whatever you guys want to do as a group, whatever idea you guys want to come up with, like getting onto the train itself. It can be segmented. One of you can like ride up and do whatever you want, or like whatever kind of vibe that you want to have to get onto the train. This is us discussing it and making it happen, and then we'll jump into it right away.
I could forge us tickets.
You could forge us tickets.
But I don't know either of you.
Oh yeah, how do we meet? Do we meet in the town the day before?
Yeah, you guys have been planning this for a second now.
Oh,
So you guys are
okay. We
So
all know
we
each other.
can
Okay.
Yeah, you guys already know each
For the
other.
sake
already
of
know each
brevity, yeah.
You do also have your informant who has like horses for you, in case of
Having
extreme
a board.
situations. And, yes, there, but
Wow. Why can we not just simply get on the train? It's not a passenger train. It's a.
not really. It's like exclusive to nobles and stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I mean, the
So
general
there is no
vibe-
So we
ticket
could
buying.
forge tickets.
Could we?
We could. I could just act as a bodyguard for 2. No, for you. You would be the noble in this case.
Honestly,
he could
yeah.
be your scribe, and I'm your bodyguard.
But why would I be on this train?
It's nobody's business. That's not anybody else's business.
Yeah, fuck.
I feel like I'd have to have some sort of cover story though, just
Okay,
in case
okay.
like someone didn't believe me, or like ask for my credentials or something. You could forge credentials.
These are your cover stories right here. Yeah, we could forge credentials.
I could be the treasurer or something, and I'm here counting the gold, make sure everything's good.
Wanna go that
Working
route?
for the king.
there's what was I gonna say? There's a general route where you can just like ride up and jump on too.
Well, sure.
Which
There
is
is that.
Sure.
I thought about that, but
go like the sneaky route. You could try and
Well, infiltration seems. Well, we could go the sneaky route. We could jump on, but like, how fast does this train move? Like,
we have horses, which go pretty fast.
I'm gonna dress.
Mm.
My acrobatics is pretty high, but I'm in a very pretty dress. But I'm in a dress. Okay, so it's leaving from here. We could also just like stow away somehow. Damn, it's too late. They already put everything on.
Well, he's asking how we're getting on.
so the treasure is certainly escorted with a bunch of guards and stuff like that, but they're still getting supplies. And the supplies are kind of like at the station, set and ready, like just gonna be logged on by the soldiers and guards.
Just
We
pick
could
up
hop in,
some supply. I could pick something up with one of you in it.
walk it in.
Walk it in.
We could always pretend we're kitchen crew too.
We could.
Yeah.
All right.
So what do we want
Either
to do?
way, I'm using strength to my advantage. If we're picking something up and just walking on like we belong,
We're jumping on.
or jumping on, how are you
I
feeling?
don't think that Brandon would be fine with jumping on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So try walking on.
Yeah, she would rather try that, I'm pretty sure, than trying to jump on a moving object from another moving object.
Okay.
Her strength is okay, it's like 10, so she's adequate, but she's more.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So I will say that the informant is probably like, yeah, this is probably much more of an inconspicuous way to go about it. Stow you guys away in some supplies, and then have you bounce out in the middle of the train ride
Mm-hmm.
to
How big are
make
you?
some shit happen.
Yeah. Could you hide?
Orwaka's not very big. She's probably like 5. Well, she's stout though. 5'6" maybe. 5'6" and muscle.
That's bigger than me, taller than me.
Is it taller than you?
Yeah.
Probably small.
big
Probably a
boy.
little shorter than you, but like thick and muscly.
5'2" or 3?
You're 5'2" or 3.
No.
I think it'd be easiest for you to walk on and for Owaka, is that right?
Orwaka.
Orwaka to hide because
I
she
might.
stands out more than you do.
That's
I
true.
actually stand out quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's I was kind of wondering about that. I could sneak on.
Kinku are the bird people?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I want to carry you in a barrel or something. Carry you on.
Could, yeah. I could hide in there.
Then
I
what's
love
our
that.
plan for when we get in?
We'll deal with that once we're in.
Okay,
We're just worried about getting
that's our plan. That's our plan. Walk on like we belong, and I'm carrying something for you.
Would you not have like?
What?
Okay. Yeah. We could walk in if we were disguised as either. If you're making a delivery, sure, but then you would have to leave, so the only person that would stay on board.
Well, no, I'm just gonna grab a supply crate, and then when you walk on and claim your nobility, you're just gonna say, "Oh, this is my bodyguard. He's carrying some of my supplies." So I have a reason to stay on board,
True, but I don't think they would let me on though if it's royal.
unless you have forged royal papers, which he can do.
True.
And it's not jumping on the train.
I mean,
it's
I'm
just-
great at jumping. I could honestly do it. I'm just. My jump is 60 feet, or double normal, whatever
Okay.
it is. So
That's
I really
cool.
could do it, but I'm just off of principle.
So which way do you want to go? Analysis, paralysis.
Did you say analysis or paralysis?
How
said
about,
both.
how about y'all infiltrate? I sneak. Like if you want to go your infiltration route, you totally can. And then I just like hide underneath the train or
So we
something.
need forged papers.
And I need to forge the papers.
Yeah.
So
That's
let's start
actually
with
my
that.
background.
Start with the forged papers.
Yeah, forges some royal decrees to be allowed to
So-
inspect. We can be inspectors.
Okay.
King's inspectors.
Yeah.
Making sure everything's still there.
Yes.
Making sure it's all
No
the
one's
right
pocketing
quality.
anything.
No one's pocketing.
Uh-huh.
So
There's
No explosive or traps.
Yes.
the way this works
Yes.
is my background ability says you can forge documents including official papers and personal letters. as long as I have seen an example of the kind of document or handwriting I'm trying to copy. On top of that, Kenku are expert forgers. I can duplicate other creatures' handwriting and craft work. I have advantage on all checks made to produce forgeries or duplicates.
Would a king's
So,
decree
super
so that
crazy
he
good
should
at this.
have his signature on it?
I feel like enough like documentation is around for the king that like if you're paying attention, you're planning this whole heist, so like there's a level of preparation that is to be assumed.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I would give you that.
Okay, cool.
So forged papers that say your nobility rank and also that you are an inspector.
Yep.
And I am her bodyguard.
Yep.
To be with her at all times.
So I'll just sneak on, or should I just like go with y'all as a second bodyguard? I'm not gonna be talking to people either way. It's probably better I'm there with you. So I'll make a document for myself as well, and then the three of us will go on. Does that sound cool to y'all?
Yeah, you can be our like. If you're the muscle.
You can just say, oh, he records things.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine.
She
I'll sneak on.
records
I'll like climb underneath the train and just hang on under there.
Or what on top? Are there
I
any
want to be
like
seen on top.
Yes.
things on top?
Heavy
latches?
defenses on the top from
Oh,
what your
can't
boy
go top.
tells you, and from when you gather the scene as you're approaching, that head guard is kind of like doing his rounds, and there's a couple guards on top of the train as well.
What if we just stick with both of it? We just bring you in on something. We just bring you in. We'll just set you down somewhere, and you can pop up at your own time.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, bring you in a crate or a
Yeah,
barrel.
I'll just
Great.
hide in a crate or barrel or a
Thanks,
suitcase
Theo.
or something.
So the papers are forged.
Thank you very much.
The papers are forged. We've hidden you in a crate. We're about to walk on the train. I'm your bodyguard carrying some of your supplies. You are an inspector that I am to be with at all times.
I suppose so. Yeah, that's the plan.
Thank you for asking. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
I'm really tired. Thank you for asking.
Give me a sec. All right, so we approach with. It's gonna take me a second to
Rusty.
remember your names. Rusty, carrying a barrel over along. Beatrice.
Bernadette.
Bernadette. That was kind of close. Bernadette, Rusty. Is that not loud enough?
Oh,
Just come with
is
your
the speaker
laptop.
dead?
Oh no, it just disconnected for a second. So
Time.
Fight! Oh! K.O.
We're turning on each other. In front of everyone.
And taser. There we go.
Okay.
Sweet. Kenku in barrel, bodyguard at side. You begin approaching the line to enter the train. And you hear the friendly conductor. Yes, make your way on, please. Everyone, have your things ready, have your papers ready. This way. And then he starts looking at everyone's pages and you start coming up in line. And you notice that there are several guards who are grabbing luggage from guests and bringing them over towards the storage train part
Okay.
as you approach.
Okay.
So you make your way up towards the line. Yes. Can I see your papers?
Out of her going fast, Bernadette will pull the papers and hand it over.
Ah,
You have mine
wonderful.
as well.
Great, fantastic. Luggage this way with this man, and you can enter here with your bodyguard, it seems.
Yes.
I don't put down the box. I just stare at him.
He's not here for the words. He's here for the muscle.
Yes, your luggage will go this way. It'll be shown to your room accordingly. Of course, there are security procedures, so we must have
Well, thank you.
seen
Doctor.
through and everything.
My lady, you said not to let this luggage leave your side.
Oh, that's right. Forgot to mention, I'm here on roll decree. I'm here to count and make sure. Make sure that everything is. I'm here to inspect things, make sure nothing is buffeted or liberties taken amongst the crew?
Of course, yes, no. As soon as we get you on board, we'll get you situated. But again, all the luggage this way to the storage cart, and you can make your way to the room.
You
I'll
just said to my
escort
room.
you. Yes.
So is it the luggage cart or is it my room?
Well, you see, this is a train, so there's not very much room in the rooms specifically. So we hold most of people's bulk luggage in the back with all the supplies and stuff, and at your request, we'll go and receive it for you. But that barrel is much too big for those rooms.
If you don't mind, it's actually part of my bodyguard's repertoire. If you catch my drift, he kind of needs to have that with him.
Right.
It won't take up much space. You won't notice at all.
I see. Well,
It is quite urgent business that we're on, and this train must make haste, and we do have to depart. I promise you nothing.
yes, but the festivities will take a second. Give me 1 second. I apologize, everyone. And he scurries off over inside the train for a second.
Can I walk on?
Oh wait, are we on yet or no? We're just.
Oh,
waiting.
there are guards manning
Oh,
the entryway. So
Oh.
We're just
he
waiting.
runs. The conductor runs off to go ask a couple of questions, but there are still guards
Okay.
like there watching you guys.
Fine day, gentlemen. Wouldn't you agree? She's holding her parasol, actually, fanning herself with the other hand.
They stand sturdy.
Y'all know fine. I thought your mother would have raised you better. When a lady talks, you must answer.
Give me a persuasion check.
She's like, looking at fucking dice.
Southern Belle.
Southern Belle.
It turned a little Southern Belle.
I know, that's how I'm trying to like keep it transatlantic in my brain. I just can't. But it's either that or like a reverend preacher. So.
Come on, get some good persuasion.
Oh, I need my paper too. Jesus Christ, look at this. I moved everything. It might actually turn into a Southern Belle thing, but it will be something. Okay, persuasion. Ooh, that's just a 9. Yep.
The guards look at each other, and then they look back at you.
She's gonna mutter to you, well, at least they moved.
The conductor then returns and says, well, there is just enough room in the soldiers' quarters for you to stay. So if you'd like to stay over in that direction, that's fine. There really isn't enough room for you or your things in your room. I do apologize. It's just that we're not, with limited space, we can't be so accommodating to everyone. But we do what we can.
Bernadette will just place her hand on his shoulder, one of those little and just kind of slide and let linger a little bit and just be like,
All flirty.
yeah. It's part of her southern charm, apparently.
Love it. I love it.
Oh, I thank you, darling. I know you've done everything to help us.
Right. You know what? I'll personally escort you guys inside. I'll show your bodyguard here to the quarters that he will stay in and promptly return him to you. But I'll bring you towards the dining class. We're about to serve lunch.
Well, that sounds marvelous, doesn't it, Brick? What was your first name?
Rusty.
Again? Rusty.
You can call me Brick. That's, yeah.
Sweet. So he will escort you guys inside. I think probably. I didn't really think about where the entry point would be. From the middle of here and there into this kind of like bar dining room. And then show you to a seat inside, ready for dinner. And as you guys walk through, and as the Kenku hears, there's a fair amount of people who are already kind of settled in and waiting. There's a chef that has a little cart that I do not draw. So you're just like in the middle of the room. So
A cart?
yeah. Yeah, there's a chef in the middle of the room in the cart, kind of like starting to plate dishes and stuff like that, with a couple of people who are already getting settled and sitting down, and a couple of children running around, playing around with toys and the whatnot. And that little like pink square with a bunch of dots and stuff is like a little play area for children. And The conductor shows you to your seat. Here. If you wouldn't... Sitting right here, I'll bring Brick right back to you. Just give me a second. We'll offload the luggage personally, and I'll show him your quarters, and we will all return back here.
Well, thank you, dear.
So then he goes down through these doorways with a key and starts unlocking them and going through, and this is where you see kind of the soldiers' quarters, which is all fairly empty. A big old table, a couple of drawers either side, and those little pink squares are mats that they've been, or bunk beds that they've been sleeping on. There's plenty of space there, and then bring you back towards this back storage area where he will let you put one of the barrels down. Oh yes, right there, it's fine. As you saw in the previous room, I'll point out your bunk on our way back, but yes, right there's fine. And gesture down towards where all the other things are.
Yeah. I guess Brick will just put it down, not knowing what else to do, and then say, he says, right, well, I'll just set this barrel down here and go back through one car and then through another car. Just like loudly announce what he's about to be doing on the way back. And I'll meet up with Lady Marshall in the dining car. That's what I'll do. And then he starts walking back.
Yes. All right then.
Can he look around, see if there's any major weapons, any major explosives, anything in the soldier
you
compartment?
didn't see anything other than like there's a general kind of like chest on the bedside of each one of these bunk beds that looks like it holds like personal items and clothes, and a couple of like swords and javelins and halberds are kind of leaned up against some things. But when you did enter this like storage area, you saw there were a couple of stovetops and some storage for kitchen spices and whatnot, and all of the storage here, crates and luggage specifically from other crew that were, or other members that are already here. And then right here are a couple of racks of weapons. Those little like blue, I don't know, fucking line things.
Shells?
Yes.
Okay.
Have like extra weapons. Kind of like a little bit of everything, but just basic kind of soldier stuff.
Like
Nothing
a broadsword.
crazy. Yeah, like a broadsword, long sword, short
Yeah.
swords, daggers, you know, that
A
kind of
staff.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll wait for the
Javelins.
train to start moving as like my cue to leave the barrel.
Mm-hmm. And you know where we are.
I do know. Yeah, that was good.
Sweet. So you go back into the dining room. Commotion bustles. You have about, 10 or 15 minutes so of people kind of loading, of all the gold and riches getting loaded in that you know is 2 carts ahead, until the train begins to move. Right before then, there's a bunch of soldiers that come in from the outside. Please interrupt me if you want to do anything. But a couple of soldiers come in from outside and get themselves kind of settled into the soldiers' quarters. A couple of them man over into the dining room and sit themselves like at the end of the bar, kind of just keeping an eye on things. And the rest go, as you guys can see, into the soldiers' quarters to... Hang on, here, we can use...
How many did you say were on there?
So
How
there,
many soldiers?
from what you see from that dining room coming in, do you want to use these?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever.
There's just 6 of these. I don't know if you want to like 3.
No, that's fine.
You can make those like officers or something.
Yeah. So they'll go around the table.
There were about 6, you said?
Yeah, there's 6. 4, 5, 6, yeah. That makes sense. And then the chef will start dishing out some dishes to you guys, but you saw like 6 come in through, 2 into that main area, and then 4 go into the quarters there. And then the train starts. Yes.
Is the train made of metal?
Yes. So very reinforced. You guys do know that this is holding a lot of valuables. So it's like steel plated all the way around. There are open windows on like the carts for the guest, so the living area and the dining bar area have like nice open windows and are adorned and are a little bit fancy, but the other cars are reinforced with like steel and have smaller kind of like arrow shooting window holes in them, just to make sure that everything is secure and safe.
If there are windows in the bar, dining, cart, carriage, whatever, could we see the vault being loaded and what they were loading into it?
In the time that you had, yes, of like settling in and then receiving dinner, there are. So the vault is over here, and as you can see, these little lines. There's this big like open kind of door that they can start shuffling in things. You know that there's one big carriage that you can see like royal soldiers grab things and then slowly like just kind of hike, shifting things over towards the main cart room, but you don't see inside that cart.
Okay.
So who else is in here besides us and those two guards?
There's a bartender that is, polishing some glasses, making some drinks, but is kind of working slow. There's a chef who is slowly kind of passing out dishes and describing them to you and whatnot, and he gets to you and gives you a couple of bowls of, or a couple of steaks, I'll say, of some exotic wild meat with a sauce on top and some side of rice or whatever. Much fancier than you're used to. And then there are patrons sitting at pretty much every seat, and around about like 3 or 4 kids that are kind of running around bugging their parents and playing around with toys over there. I'd say at the 8-year-old, like anywhere from 3 to 8-year-old range, there's,
Okay.
3 or 4 kids.
Rusty eats his steak like a burger.
Just
Yeah.
Haven't I told you to mind your manners? You
Wait.
use the knife and the fork.
Sorry. The knife and the fork.
You do it like, watch me do it like this. And she's going to demonstrate how to cut a steak, I guess.
Right. He stabs it and like is jabbing it to cut it.
You sure do like grapes. I suppose that is an improvement.
He shrugs and enjoys his steak.
We'll work on that later.
Alright, Hunter,
Lots.
what would you like to do? You have been set down in the storage area, not knowing anything of any of the rooms or what's going on, but your friend's description of where you need to go. And you're in a barrel.
Do I hear the presence of anyone else in my vicinity?
At the moment, no.
Okay, then what she's going to do is climb out of the barrel and go take a peek at this door. Is there anything? Are there carts behind us?
No.
There are not.
No.
Okay.
Really short train. You could just see the open road, the open railroad behind you, and dunes or canyons of rock and mesas and straggling tree here and there rushing past you.
Okay.
And then give me a perception check.
10.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty easy to see. You see a small goblin on a horse trailing the train with 3 other horses riding alongside, which you would guess and recognize as your informant, kind of.
Oh, it's our informant? Okay.
Yeah, pacing along with the train, a fair amount behind to where you could kind of just be, like, you could miss him if you weren't looking too carefully, but you know what to look for. You already planned that, like, he's kind of riding up on the rear just in case.
Okay.
So
Can-
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna ask, can I take a look at this mechanism on that side? Like, given that's like not hooked up to anything.
The coupling area?
The coupling, yeah, I wanna see how it works.
Like the-
Yeah, so you peek out the window and you can see that it's like a general kind of like train coupling area, but there is an element of like solid steel covering that is latched like to the side that looks like it's reinforced but not engaged currently because it's not connected to anything.
I see. Does it look like something I would be able to interact with using these tools? Or would the covering stop me from being able to interact?
The covering is not being used on this one
On
because
this
it's not
one.
being
Right.
like because there's no cart behind it.
But if
You
it
can
was
gather it's like some sort of like protection for carts that are engaged. So yes, you would be able to fuck with it, but this one's already unlocked and like not being used.
Okay. Taking a deep breath, I'm going to focus very carefully and climb very carefully underneath the train.
So you approach the doorway over there and try and open it, and it's locked.
Oh, I can't open the door. Okay.
This is all just from what you can see from the window.
Gotcha. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I guess then I'll try the other door, and that can be the last thing I do.
As you start approaching the other door, you see one of the guardsmen start approaching it as well. And you can hear him unlock this side, and it's so rowdy and rough. You hear him or you see him with a couple of mugs approaching, and he looks like he's about to start unlocking this door. I'll give you a turn
Okay.
to figure out what you want to do.
I will crouch right here like a little ninja and ready a push action to push him this way as soon as he opens the door.
All right. So he will open the door that he's coming from, and then unlock the one in front of you, and then you see him turn around, and it opens up a little bit slightly, and you hear, "Oh, what kind of ale do you want again?" All right. Yeah. Cool. And you have a moment where the door is kind of open, and he shuts the other one.
There. And then I'll push him right there.
Okay. Give me a strength contest.
All right.
Oh man.
That would be a natural 20 or a 31.
Wow.
Well then, yes. Very.
Dang.
She just
Stumbling a little bit over and closes the door behind him and starts turning around, and all of a sudden a clothed Kenku comes out of nowhere and pushes the guard off of the edge, and you see that they get caught underneath some of the wheels and disappear.
Oh god.
No more legs.
Okay. Perfect. And I can just chill there for now.
Okay, what would you guys like to do?
Rusty sits in his booth, filling up the entire space uncomfortably. He's finished his meal, and he turns to Bernadette. Bern, do you think Orca would be back by now?
Okay. Well, judging from what we see here, we know that 3 of them went. At least 4 of them went into the other room. She might have some trouble passing through there. We could go check it out, give her some backup.
Perhaps we need to provide a distraction of sorts.
How about this? And then she just dumps fucking tea on herself, and you can just like go help. Or yeah, we could cause a distraction, spill tea.
Spill tea on herself?
Yeah.
To distract the guards?
And then she'll need a change of clothes.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. How about this? Oh, you big dolt! How many times have I told you I drink with my left hand?
I'm sorry, I didn't even realize I knocked it over. I'm sorry.
This was my favorite blouse. My mother gave this to me. You just ruined it.
Genuinely believing he just accidentally spilt tea on you.
Oh,
He then grabs napkins and starts like handing them to you and says, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm so sorry. My lady, I apologize.
I'll just need to go change. Gentlemen.
Of course, I'll accompany you, my lady.
Gentlemen.
Yes.
Can one of you please escort me back to my chambers? I need to change my blouse.
Yeah, of course. He looks a little like bothered by the whole situation. Give me. Well, actually, before that, give me a performance check.
Can
Or
I
a deception
help
check.
by my genuine
Yeah.
believing that this is happening?
So you can do that with advantage.
Performance with advantage.
Or deception.
I love this character.
Let's see.
Or persuasion, I guess. You're not really lying. You're lying about, like,
Having been an
spilling it on
Persuasion?
yourself, but you're not. You are.
Covered
Have a
in
bunch
tea,
of
though.
hot tea on yourself.
If you allow me to use persuasion, then sure. At advantage,
Yeah.
huh? It's really, I can't. Maybe by the end of this, I will be able to get the transatlantic thing down. It's hard. So it might just be some dough. 18.
Okay. Yeah. He's like, oh, all right, right this way, and then he begins escorting you over to the other side
Nice.
of the cart towards your
Nice.
chambers over here.
It's actually really awesome because I was hoping I was gonna like have some lady take me to her room to change or something, but okay.
So we're moving away from him.
Well,
Her.
that's true, but closer to the gold.
Yes. I thought you were trying to distract these guards so that she could sneak through. That's what I thought the plan was.
I was gonna distract. Oh yeah, those guards.
I thought you were distracted these
I was
guys.
distracting these guards so that you could just go through.
Oh, so I can
Yeah.
go through.
Yeah. So that one of us could go. Because you said we needed distraction, so she was like, boom.
Okay, so you took. Okay.
Okay,
And
so
like
we
as she's,
move-
I guess as she's being escorted, she's gonna look at you and be like,
Give me one of the guards.
Brick. As punishment, go sit in the back of the train and think about what you've done. I can't do this. This accent is hard.
It's okay. Keep
Brick. Why don't you go sit in the back of the caboose and think about what you've done?
He sulks. He says, "Yes, my lady. Is there anything I can grab for you while I'm there?"
She does exactly that. And then she'll think about it and be like, no, I think I'm quite fine enough. And then
He turns around and then just walks this way, goes through, and just starts to walk through. Just making his way as far as he can get.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Sulking.
let's do this real quick. So you will be escorted over towards your chambers back here to the left, and the guard will be like, as long as, here you go, right back to the dining room after that.
well, of course. Thank you so much for your help too.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll start to unbutton and be like, if you don't mind,
Uh,
I'd like some privacy.
So before you even get to the door,
Not
no,
the
no,
door.
I'll say yeah, no,
Looking
yeah,
for
you
the
get
drawer.
inside, yeah.
Oh, okay, the door. Okay.
Yeah. So he'll stand outside the door, just like back to what's going on, and wait.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit time to think.
But you have nothing in there because you're just left. Your luggage isn't even. Or wait.
Is this my actual room?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool. I guess I'll have to think
That
about
is
how
cool.
to incapacitate him.
Yeah, I think there's not enough people to fill up the cart. There happen to be extra space, so he leads you to an empty room that he would assume is yours.
Okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity then to whip my gloves out, and I'm gonna just change them so that they take on. There's three. There's one that helps combat, one that's defensive, and one that's like mobility.
Mhm.
And it has a hook shot, but it also has a taser, and I can use that to stun people. So I'm just gonna make it so that one arm is a stun gun, and the other one is combat ready.
Okay.
Yep. And I guess I
Love us,
have
love us.
nothing to dry myself with. She's gonna open the door a little bit and be like, "Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Could you come here a second? I just realized something."
I really I should probably just stay
No,
up.
please, she's gonna open the water. It'll just take a second.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on. Come on. Do good.
I think she's just gonna have to be a Southern Belle. I'll have to work on
That's fine.
transatlantic for a future character. Plus 5, 11.
Okay, he kind of comes around up in front of the door, but not quite like towards entering it.
Does he have like a toe in, or is he just hovering on the outside?
He's hovering on the outside.
But like the door's open and I have.
The door's open, yes.
Well, okay, I'm just gonna taser his ass.
Okay.
Is this
Roll the
opposite?
hit.
Is it flipped like that? What's happening?
Let me also find.
Is he outside her room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it like
Oh.
this?
Correct.
Oh yes, you're right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was
Listen.
like,
I was getting
what's
the
going on?
the tokens mixed up.
Your brain was like, it's not matching. It's not matching.
I think this is somebody else's die, by the way. I
That's
think I
mine.
got it on
Look.
accident.
That's mine.
Nice.
Matches.
Oh shit. Again! 19 plus
Yeah, you hit.
4.
All right. So what does this
No,
tasering?
4. I'm sorry, 3.
What does this tasering situation do?
It's just okay. So it's like I guess having normal gloves. It's like fashion, for women to have gloves, and she has some embellishments woven in with like little garnets or I don't know, like little gemstones in them, where you think they're gemstones, but they are gemstones. But it's also, but it's also her mechanism in her gloves.
Mhm.
And it just, there's a magnet, I guess, that's activated that charges an electrical pulse, and just metal, is the conductor, so it's actually metal underneath, and she just uses her glove to reach out, like, knuckle just, like, hit him real quick. Like a swift little pop. A zap.
Okay.
And then, it'll zap him. Like,
How does it work for him? His side, like he gets hit. What happens?
so...
Mechanically.
He... Hold on.
And plus we got the tree.
That's true.
Oh, I apologize. I hit him, and then he has to make a con save throw or be stunned for the next turn.
Okay.
So I guess
That's
that
the con save.
that 20 whatever was the hit. The con save would be, what is it? 8. I'm sorry. 8 plus proficient. Wait. I'm sorry. I'm high right now. 8 plus proficiency plus your score.
11 plus your
15.
mod.
13.
Yeah.
Ooh. So you managed to get a hit off, and he, he looks stunned a little bit, just like visually stunned, but then,
It does 6.
It does 6 damage?
My first strike, yeah. Slashing damage. And I don't stun him. I attacked him. Oh fuck.
Can I see
I just meant to stun him. I didn't realize that the stun.
How much damage? 6.
Well, okay. I already did hit him, but for future reference, like, do you think I have to hit him, or can I use the stun without attacking? Yes, 6 damage.
What am I looking at?
Oh, I'm sorry. The mobility configuration. Is that, yeah. Since it's second, it makes me think that I have to attack first, but it doesn't specifically say that I have
Oh,
to.
wait. I read it and then I didn't really read it.
I know that feeling.
No.
No, I guess you could do it as like a. No, because you would still do damage. You also have the taser from being pushed.
I can also grapple the poke shot out of there. What?
Wait, that's confusing. You may also use one
Yeah.
energy to either make an attack, attempt to grapple, or attempt to stun them with your taser
I can think burn extra energy. Yeah, I don't know.
to do it.
Yeah, I think if I burn more energy, because I have 8 energy.
I will say, because for me, the stun makes sense. You could try and like subtly do it.
Because I didn't really want to like attack him. I just wanted to stun him.
Yeah, you just wanted to stun him,
Yeah.
and you don't have him in like a combat kind of situation right now. So I could say like you tried to lay your fist on him in some degree where it would like stun, but not actually attack. So I think that makes sense. All you have to do is make contact,
Yeah.
right? Okay, that's fine. And
Because if you're willing, I would really, really like to not start a fight. I just, wanted to stun him so I could like escape
yeah, no, that's fair.
or like lock him in the room.
Yeah, I got you. So you get up close to him and you like bop him with your fist a little bit, I guess. And be like, well, I'm sorry. This is kind of unprofessional of a situation because you get up close to him.
Oh, sorry. I was wondering if I could perhaps borrow your shirt. As you can see, I don't have any of my. No. As you can see, I don't have. It's hard. So hard.
Find your phrase.
I
Find your
know.
phrase.
Right?
Son of a
Yes.
Bow.
I don't seem to have any of my belongings. I wouldn't mind. Would you mind if I maybe took yours? I don't know what to do. I mean, a lady can't go with a wet blouse.
Whoa. He's like,
I mean, could you go fetch my things then at least?
yeah, I think you just make him uncomfortable enough to be like, yes. And he kind of like red-cheeked eyes is like, and walks away.
Confusion.
Just, yes, towards them.
It's okay, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I bought you time.
What was your name?
Or Waka.
Orwaka. All right, Orwaka, you're peeking through this other door, and you watch as Brick enters on the other end, and all the other guards peek over, and then as soon as they make eye contact with Brick, they stand up, and they're like, well, you can kind of hear it through the doors a little bit. Well, what are you? What's going on here?
He's gonna try to continue walking, kind of with his head down. He hasn't made eye contact with them, and he's like, "I'm sorry to bother you. My mistress told me to go wait in the back. I've done a wrong. I've got to go be punished." And he's like just trying to walk to the back, looking sad.
One of the guards grabs their sword and puts it in front of you to kind of block you away. And he's like, well, you're not really allowed back here, so as much as, I mean, maybe the bedroom is, like, the chamber is a little bit better, like, we're guards here. We're guarding this whole kind of situation, so, not for guests.
At this point, there's gonna be a toom, 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 and there's gonna be a, what kind of ale did you want?
Yes! That's fucking smart. The red one, or they all turn around for a second and look over the door and then don't see anything.
Is there a window on the door?
Yeah, there's a window on the door.
If they look, this door will be completely hanging open, wide
open. Give me a quick performance check.
Oh shit.
Take the actor fee.
Shit. No, I did not. I got a 0 on this. 16.
Okay, yeah. So they're like, the red one is like, God. Let me see. Alright, god damn it. I guess I'll just go and fucking grab my own goddamn ale.
God damn it!
And I'll grab an empty mug from the table and then start walking this way. And then it'll turn back over to Brick and the other guard. could you tell him to get the fuck out of here, alright? You can go be shameful somewhere else, maybe in between the carts or whatever. And then start walking down this way and
I will
open
be
up the door.
hanging off the side like this.
Mhm.
I guess whichever way the door doesn't open.
It slides.
It slides?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be hanging off the side, and as soon as I'll have an action ready.
Alright, give me a strength contest.
One by one. Dang.
Alright.
Meanwhile, I'm just causing mayhem on it.
That will be a 25.
Yep, that gets it. Damn. So, Brick, you're getting stopped by this guy, and he's like, honestly, just gotta turn around, man. This is the best situation for you. And you see the Kenku sweep over and just kick this other dude off. And since the door is open, you hear a "Ah!" of him like falling away, and the other two guards flip over to
They
look
turn
at
around?
the screaming. Yes, they turn around.
Oh, well, in that case, seeing this moment of perfect distraction,
This is the
Excited.
promotion you get.
Rusty takes his brass knuckles on both hands and lobs a punch at one of them, and then lobs a punch at the other one.
All right,
Two
so
actions, baby.
sounds like initiative to me.
Ooh.
And I'll go ahead and have you roll initiative as well, just so we can like have it play in
Yeah.
tandem this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that one. So
11.
4.
Oh, wait, no, 16.
18.
This is what alert gets you. I still got a 16. That's
We
pretty
got a
solid.
16.
That's pretty solid.
I'm just gonna call you the Kenku. I'm gonna fucking forget. An 18. It's Bernadette, right?
I had a whole spiel for her where she goes, my name is Bernadette Marshall, but you can call me Miss Marshall. One of my friends call me Bernadette. And even my good ones then just call me Bern.
I love that.
I know, but I can't keep it yet.
It's
Next
good.
character will have to. Fuck.
Let's see.
You'll get the struggle.
Okay, 3.
Don't you know how to dance?
I'm gonna roll for each one independently. 'cause
Are
I feel
these?
like- No, you good.
Are these opportunity attacks that I'm doing, or is an action specifically separate from an opportunity attack? Like they're different mechanics.
Opportunity attack is when something walks away out of your range.
Specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's
this
what I
is
was
this
checking.
would be you attacking.
It's not an opportunity attack because their backs are turned, because opportunity attack is leaving the
Like an
range.
ambush?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
No problem. No problem.
I'm just probably gonna.
All right, sounds good. So, yeah, Kenku is here. Just fucking kicked this other motherfucker off the train, and you walloped some rounds off of this guy. I'll say that this is a surprise round because I would certainly say that there's an element of surprise here. So I will let Brick go first, and then Kenku will go next, and then we will go in turn.
If this is a surprise round, do we roll with advantage for initiative? That's a
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I have a separate question.
So yes, I'm gonna roll for both of these. Go
Oh, I'm
ahead.
sorry. Actually, the Kenku will go first because of initiative, like situations. Because you
Okay.
got an 18. So surprise just means like we skip their turns on the first round.
Okay. So this Kinku is crazy fast. What I'm going to do is
Right.
bonus action dash. And then I'm going to 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna jump across the table in one of those like taekwondo jujitsu things to grapple. You know what I'm talking about? As I just like dive across.
Give me an athletics check for flavor.
Okay. 1930.
Okay. Yeah, you pop over like parkour, monkey vaults vibe like across the table, and then grab your bearings and like jump on this guy's shoulders and wrap your arm around him.
Nice.
Or however you want to do it.
Okay.
How do you
We're-
grapple?
So we are just going to sort of do this thing where we kind of roll across the ground, and I kind of end up with this thing in my shoulders,
Okay.
and then I'm going to run back.
Okay.
And
Do you have enough movement to do all of that?
I do.
Jesus Christ.
I do. I have enough movement to carry him, have my movement halved, and still get back.
Okay.
And I am going to just end my turn, just like holding him.
Heard.
Bug.
Cool. That happens. It's Brick's turn now.
Okay, so I will take both of my
Rusty,
punches
sorry.
against this guy.
Either way.
You can call me the brick.
Go for it.
That is a 22 and a 26 to
Those
hit.
both hit.
Cool. So that is gonna be.
I have a question.
Shoot.
I have a gadget where if I burn an energy, I get advantage on a weapon attack roll I make. But I also, since I hit level 7, get this thing overclock gadget where the thing that it does is it reduces all my gadgets energy by 1. So then the 1 would become 0. So is that just a thing that happens with melee weapons?
What?
So I have energy to burn to get effects.
Uh huh.
Um,
You can burn an effect to gain advantage,
on a weapon attack roll that I make. But
and
it
a weapon
normally-
attack roll you make.
Yes, it normally costs an energy to use that skill, but I have something else from this engineer tree
Mm-hmm.
that reduces all cost of my gadgets by 1. So this is a 1 energy. It takes 1.
How many
energy to
times can you
become 0.
use that gadget?
As many times as I have energy, which is 8 right now.
So you burn an energy to not use an energy. Does it last for like a period of time?
It's an action. For example, I have a med kit that gives people life, and I spend an energy to use this instead of like the other feature. I can touch a dying creature as an action and stabilize it and return to 1 HP. So it's like, but it costs me something. It costs me an energy to use like the special things on my gadgets. They have like a thing that they do, and then like an extra thing they can do if I choose to use energy.
Okay.
Kind of
So-
like spell slots with other shit. It's just energy.
So wait, you're burning an energy to not use an energy. Is that what I'm getting?
No, it's a skill.
But
it's
it
an
just happens all the
expertise.
time.
Yes. It's a trait.
So
that
you
I
have other gadgets that cost more.
Yes.
So this just becomes like no cost.
Yes, I'm just confirming with you that. So that would just be like on the weapon attacks. it would
If
just
that's what you're reading, I guess,
happen.
from what I understand,
Okay.
as long as there are other things that cost more.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But
then-
magic, and it's just magic weapon attack. It's not like.
Okay. Yeah.
other stuff too.
I guess that makes sense because you can't do a lot of like normal attack shit anyway, right?
No.
So that's how it balances.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
It's
Um,
an engineer build. It's kind of fun. It's kind of.
Yeah, I've never interacted with it before, so I'm just gonna take your word so we can keep going.
Okay.
Not that I don't trust Blackie.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, how much damage?
Cool. 23 points of damage
Damn.
from 2 hits.
We're gonna
Sweet.
get
I am built for this. That's
so-
my actions.
Okay. You. How do you put? Where do you punch this guy? How does this work?
Well, first of all, his head is turned because he went to look. I just punch him in the back of the head twice. Right in the back. Bonus action. I'm gonna punch him again.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, that's a 28 to hit.
28 does hit. You guys
Yes.
are very strong.
Built that way. And it is 14 damage.
14.
So it's just real quick succession. 3 hits right to the back of the head. I'm trying to concuss this guy.
Cool. So you pop him 3 times in the back of the head, and he like stumbles forward a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, jeez, fuck, Christ, God damn it!" and turns around with his short sword or with his long sword. All right, bud, you gotta. He starts kind of like stumbling around. You got a lot coming to you, and he puts up his sword over to your direction. That's your turn. He's still up. Very not okay.
Good thing they were drinking.
Yes. It's your turn now, Bernadette. So this guy's walking away from you, basically.
Yeah.
And he takes a movement to walk away. He's about this far down the hall.
I'm gonna try to investigate this room all I can here.
Okay, yeah, it's fairly empty. You see a bed chamber.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to exit the room and investigate like the pathway to the treasury since I'm already here
Yeah.
and he's leaving.
So he's not outside of the room yet. He's just down the hall.
I'm a skulker though.
Right.
So I'll wait till he's far enough away. I don't mind waiting till he's gone, but once he does, that's what I'm
So
gonna
you'll
do.
peek through the window and you'll see the door on the other side is reinforced steel with like what looks like to be a window, but it's covered by even more steel that looks like it's from the inside. So it's like a kind of compartment. There is a lock mechanism there. That.
Can I investigate this lock? Like, is it like
Yeah.
mechanical, magical? Or are there like 3 locks that could be like used at the same time? Or is it like a combination lock? Like, I don't know. Like, when was it built? Who was it manufactured by? I don't know.
Yeah, you'd have to open the door to the train car that you're in right now. So I'd have to say, give me a stealth roll if you want to get not noticed this turn to do so.
Let's just try. Might be good, it might be bad. It's 14.
Cool. Yeah. There's the rustling and the bustling of the train happening on right now, so you manage to like slowly slide the door open and glide your way through over towards the middle without having any noise from behind you, or without. He didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're looking at this lock. Give me an investigation.
This is one of my good ones. If I don't do good, I'm gonna be so upset. What is that?
11.
Plus 10. 21.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
So from how you saw, or from what you've seen from all the other locks that you've interacted with from just being on this train, this is a much more complicated lock. It does look like it's just a normal lock, so it could be like picked if you would like, but it seems like it would take either a lot of time or a lot of skill.
Wow. A lot of time or skill. I'm just gonna start working on it. May as well. Just to like get a feel for like. So I guess I already know it's gonna be hard, but I feel like trying to do it, you get a different understanding of how hard it is. You know, like kind of like maybe a cheat code to like feel it out. You know. If
Okay.
You will.
Yeah, we'll cut there, and you can run this on your next turn. It is
Interesting.
now the Kenku's turn. You are holding up this dude on the in between cars over your shoulders. I think I know what you're gonna do.
Is he saying anything? I listened carefully for just a split second.
For a word or anything.
For anything that he said.
This other guy. Oh, gee, Bob. All right, cool. Can we maybe calm down here for a second? If you need anything, try to talk his way out, and then you just, throw him off. I'll say he's a little bit more prepared for this, so we're gonna see if he catches
Oh, geez, bud.
anything. Yeah, you toss him off, and he manages to grab some of the railing over here and like hold on a little bit. Oh, you made a real bad choice there, Bob. I'm gonna fucking come back, and he starts climbing back over towards you. I'm gonna kick you off this fucking train, all right, pal?
Oh god. Okay. Let me see. Well,
Yeah. So that was your action, I'd say.
that was my action.
He looks down for a second. He's like, "Oh shit, trains go real fast. Fuck."
I'm going to turn and 5, 10, 15, 20. No. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Kick off the walls, jump across, and push this way to prompt an attack of opportunity for you. Can I make an athletics check to push?
Yeah. So that's gonna a shove is an athletics contest. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then isn't attack of armor. Sorry. one second.
Oh shit, that's right. That's a house rule. Never mind.
No, did I just hang up on them? by accident.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Do you need to make a quick call?
Yeah, let me call them back real quick. I'm sure it'll take 2 seconds.
Okay, we're recording. Yeah.
I guess I'm someone who likes dice rolls, so I will. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the strength contest to see if you shove him in general, and then I'm gonna add a roll to see if you can even get a hit. Just to because I feel like he's kicking him out of your range, and like she's like in your way to a degree. So
Okay.
I kind of feel like
I can make an acrobatics check to handle it.
to handle what?
To compensate for like the complexity of all this fucking hopping around and shenanigans. Is that what you mean? In addition to the push.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do a strength contest to see if you can even move this guy.
Okay.
Cool.
So first off, 26.
Yes, you do. And then give me an athletics check. We'll call it a DC. Yeah, we'll call it a DC 15, so you can like maneuver your way around him to open him up to attack. I mean, you guys have been hanging out long enough for like this to be something that you've probably done before.
Familiar with each other's
Would
areas
this
as well.
would this count as the normal advantage I get for pushing, pulling, etc.?
Yeah.
Or is this different? Okay.
Or no?
Because I know we said the other thing was grappling, but this is more to determine whether an opportunity presents itself. Is that what?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, give me just one roll.
Gotcha. 23.
Cool, sweet. I'll give you the attack of opportunity then.
Wonderful. Yep. Going up to my stats here. Please hit. 19.
That hits.
Alright, so, first of all...
Yeah, how do you want
I
to take this
love
guy
this.
out? Basically.
Oh, really?
I mean, roll more than a 2 damage.
Yeah, it's 14.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Sweet. So, you see your familiar Kenku friend. She, like, bolts over, bounces off of the wall, and, like, maneuvers herself to, like, open up this guy to further bludgeoning attacks from you. And then you go in and...
So I hit him 3 times in the same spot in the back of the head, and I'm like, yeah, that's the weak spot now. And I go for it again, and I punch through his skull, and it just ends.
Oh my god. Alright, sweet. Yeah, there's like a splattering up onto the ceiling of like blood that occurs, and then he's like, and then falls to the ground dead.
Does he have any health potions on him?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
What about-
so
Anything useful? Any keys? Any...
Yeah, he does have a key. Swipe that key.
Swipe that key. Put it in my pocket.
with the rest of my turn, I will actually run back here and then
Gosh.
point here and be like, "Oh, jeez."
Alright.
Do you want to pause there? Switch over to... Oh, wait,
Yeah.
are we still in initiative?
Yeah, we're still in this.
Got it.
Alright, so... Oh no, pink's still alive. Blue is dead. Pink's still alive.
I'm about to take care of that.
Sweet.
Yeah, actually, I'll give you
That was the
reminder.
Kenku's turn. Now it is Rusty's turn. Brick's turn. The brick.
Oh. I will... I will walk this direction, grabbing the body along the way. Can I make it that far? How does this
You're
work?
dragging the body?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this is really grappling, so yeah. I think
Okay.
you're just dragging this guy and you're very strong.
And
so.
I take the body and I throw it at this guy. I throw it at the guy.
Cool.
And this is technically an improvised
Yes,
weapon.
it is. I was about to
Which
say.
I'm proficient in.
My
So
God.
it becomes my big damage if it happens.
Alright, so roll this body of a soldier's improvised weapon to hit this other soldier.
Oh, that's 12 to hit. Wow. Even with the bonus.
Yeah, you shove this dead body, you throw this dead body, totally misses this guy, and just flies off to the, like, flies off and starts rolling in the dust of the canyon sand.
That is...
Or dirt.
Is that my action?
That would be your action, yeah, you
Okay.
attacked.
Let me see. I have my bonus action list. Oh, that's not a bonus action. Oh, wait. I have 2 attacks, so I can do it. Okay. I just frown, and I hold out my hand, and I Eldritch Blast him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Dudes miss.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20 hits.
Cool.
So,
Alright. Dear boy.
for 8.
8 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet! Off back to Bernadette. The scene cuts, and we see Bernadette fidgeting with a lock. Give me... What is the lockpick roll? Is that intelligence plus proficiency? Or are you proficient in lockpicks?
I actually don't have a lock pick now that I think about it, but I have tinker's tools and smith tools and alchemist tools.
Okay, I'll say with the tinkerer's tools, you can try and, like... I think it'll probably be a little bit harder of a check, but you can try and deconstruct the lock
Okay.
instead of picking it.
Okay.
Like, you know how locks are put together, so you can tinker them apart.
Okay. Sure.
Cool. But it'll be, yeah, a harder check.
Nat.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You say
Plus
it.
3, not 20.
Yeah. Yeah, you... It's a fucking lock. You've, like, built and, like, deconstructed locks for a while whenever you're, like, tinkering with your gadgets and shit like that.
It's
and
another
you just
machine.
kind of pop that bitch open.
Oh, what do they teach kids these days? You just break it open.
Nice.
Sweet. So this lock falls down and it falls off in your hand, and this door is, like, now ready to be opened if you would like to open it.
Come this far. I hope the gang isn't mad at me for going on ahead on this one. Yeah, I'll slowly kind of just open the door here.
What do you mean by slowly?
Like, not slam it open, but, like, normally open it, I guess. Oh, wait, the door's not open yet, is it?
It's not, you're opening the door.
Oh, yeah, I will open the door.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you open this door and you look into this room and see. So that red thing right there is this big old rug that's in the middle of the room. There's a bed and a chest to your left that you see is the purple thing. And to the right, in the back corner, there's this, like, glass case with this staff. A wooden, kind of dark wooded staff with this glowing red gem on the end with, like, golden tendrils that are wrapped around it that is sitting there in this gold case. And there, in the middle of the room, is sitting a goblin, like, playing with some cards, playing solitaire with some cards in the middle of the room. And then to your left on the bed, you see this giant, heavily armored, with a claymore, minotaur
Wow.
warrior. And right above the goblin, it transfixes you for a moment because it's something mechanically and as an engineer you've never seen before. You've seen pistols and you've seen rifles, but this is a giant Gatling gun with buckets of ammo affixed next to it, suspended in the air, like to the top of the cart,
Yeah.
with like pumps and shit and some sort of weird framework around it at the top of the train.
That would be super fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you gleam all of these things in front of you. You use your action to open up this lock. These creatures have just noticed you. So they look at you. The big guy sits up. And then we'll cut to the other two.
Have you ever seen anything so beautiful before? Fuck.
Kenku's turn.
So this guy is just hanging on like this.
I mean, he's climbing over towards you. There are like railings and fixtures and shit that he can kind of like use to climb on, because it is to be assumed that people need to climb on and do work and stuff onto these carts.
Repairs.
Yeah. Especially while things
Wait,
are moving. Like
Is there something I can see that he's like trying to climb to?
I mean, he's trying to climb to you. He's like shimmying over.
You mean what is he climbing
Like his
to get
handholds?
to?
Yeah, they're like
Yes,
metal
yes.
bars.
Or like steps. Well, they have like little metal steps that
Yeah.
attach to the side so you can like climb up and shit.
That you can like
Can I
shimmy
climb
across.
down? Can I climb
Yeah,
down?
you can climb down.
I'm just gonna like move right into the space that he's trying to get to just so that we're just like facing each other. And there's just gonna be a moment where like we look at each other, and then I just like lift my legs, just like
And push him. All right, give me another strength contest.
pull Mufasa. This one's gonna be an 18.
Yep, that hits. Roll low. God damn it, fucker! He rolls over on the side, and you took him out.
And then I climb back up.
Meanwhile, this guy's just getting drunk by himself.
Yeah, this guy.
I missed it.
Oh,
It's been a
that's
couple
right.
of turns. It's been a couple of turns,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Cool. So he's over onto this other side, and he begins opening this door over here. And let me roll.
Excuse me.
And that'll be my turn for now. Or forever, I guess.
Sweet. It's Brick's turn now. Give me a perception check, Brick.
Got it. I'm so good at perception. Let's see. Yeah. That one, baby.
Those
That's
sweet,
a 3.
Oh,
those
shit.
sweet screams sound so good to you as he tumbles away.
Beautiful.
Okay, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You've just taken out most of these, or all the ones in front of you that you've seen.
Not knowing to look around, but knowing that there is still one in the dining car, I will turn to my Kenku friend and say, "Don't we have another one of these guys to take out in the dining car?"
Yeah, we'll wait. Okay, I think he's on the call.
I'm gonna pause real quick.
So repeat what you said.
And so that's a nat one, baby. I don't see this one. So, but I do turn to my Kenku friend and I say, "Orkai, I believe there was another guard in the dining car. Should we go take care of that one next? Is that what we're doing? No, is that the plan? I don't remember why we boarded."
I don't remember. Just like shake my head.
Yes.
Do I see this thing?
Yeah, as you turn around
Since
after
I'm,
just shoving this dude, like you hop back up to the cart, you address the brick, and from across the way you see this other dude approaching and make eye contact with you.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then he, because it is his turn now, will like rush in, slam the door open, alerting the guy behind him. And it's his turn afterwards, so he's just gonna whatever. But he'll come up and
Go ahead, I'm so sorry.
oh, you're good.
I have the alert feed, I'll just have you know.
Oh, what does that do?
Can't be surprised.
Can't be surprised.
More conscious.
Can't be surprised while unconscious. Other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen by you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. He grabs the table by the legs and lifts it up, like flips it kind of, but then grabs onto it and then starts approaching you guys with the table as like a giant wooden shield that takes up most of the space that you have allotted here. And runs over and like blocks the path. That's his turn. This guy will hop over and take a longbow and shoot it at the Kenku. Let's see. Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Sweet. Well, also, this doesn't damage. Because this is not a long range situation. Does a 12 hit?
12 does not.
12 does not. Sweet. So he will fire once, and then hit the other, and do. Let's see. Grab the dice. 5 damage. Not too crazy, but yeah. So the yellow guy grabs the table and approaches you guys to kind of block off the area, and then the green guy peeks from underneath the beds and shoots off 2 arrows and hits the Genku with 1 for that amount of damage. That is their turn.
For how much damage?
What did I say? 5.
5.
5 piercing damage. After that, this is a really weird sectioned off combat. I still have to roll initiative for people. That is. Sweet, so this champion dude, this big old motherfucker, stands up and approaches Bernadette and will be like, well, you're not supposed to be here. And I suppose I must take care of you.
I am actually supposed to be here. I have papers to see.
Yeah, he brushes those off and he's like, not this cart. And he will grapple you, or attempt to.
Helps with that.
And get a nat 1. So he tries to grab for you, and you like slip away off to the side before he can grab your hands on you. That is his turn. Well, okay, here's a question. Here's a DM question. This guy has multi-attack. If he tries to grapple as 1, can he still attack with his... Can he try and grapple again, or would that not be...
That is up to you. What do I usually do in this situation?
oh, actually, never mind.
I
He
think
can
I usually
reroll.
do the attacks.
He has
or
a
grapple.
he has a feat that just lets him reroll. So he's gonna reroll. 13.
Will not hit.
Well, not to hit, to grapple. So you contest.
Oh, I was like 4.
Sweet. Yeah, he grabs you.
6. Sorry.
Hold on.
Doesn't matter. It's 6.
Oh.
I rolled a 4.
He grabs you and then brings you over in between the carts and holds you over his head.
Hold on. I need to look at this. Yes.
Do you have a backup character?
Nope. but I have my armor though makes it. I have a bit advantage on ability checks and saving throws made to avoid or end up getting grappled.
Okay, so roll again.
Nice.
My obsidian flint dragon plate. I was like, I have some. It's still the same. Whatever.
Sweet.
Oh.
He grabs you, brings you over towards the edge of the train. It is now your turn, so you can try and get out or do something whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm. So I am grappled. That's always fun. Let me find something real quick. Because it sends out a signal to okay, so 2 energy, so it'll cost me 1. As a bonus action, you can send a high-pitched frequency noise with your helmet. You will deafen every other living creature within. Oh, that doesn't really help. Deafening him doesn't help.
Not particularly.
No, hold on, okay. Shit. I'm stuck.
I'm gonna skip your turn for a second, just because it's in constant control.
Yeah.
While you read that, you see the goblin jump over towards the other side of the room, and once he moves out of the way, you see a fairly large-sized, golden inlaid, and beautiful chest behind him, and a ladder that he begins to climb for his movement, and then he will man himself on this giant minigun, and you see the brightest, happiest look on this motherfucker's face as he goes, "All right, boss, whatever you say!" And he like starts rolling up the fucking gun to start spinning.
Oh my god.
That's his turn.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
I mean, I have to try to break his grapple. That's my action.
Okay.
So let's just do it.
I keep the roll that I had before, right? Or do I roll a new one?
It's a new one every time.
Alright, so
15.
15.
You got this.
The champion has a +5.
But do I still get the advantage with every roll from the armor, or just the first time?
From armor?
Yeah.
If it says you get it, I think you just get it. Read the rules.
Okay. You gain advantage on ability checks and saving throws made to roll it or end the grapple condition on yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so you get advantage.
Super specific to this exact situation.
That's
Yep.
amazing.
Well, you guys,
this
you
armor
were prepping and
entirely,
planning.
see.
Yep.
Good shit.
So, oh no, 15.
15. Okay. So this guy has a +5 to his strength. So if he gets meets it, beats it is the rule, but you're trying to grapple out. So he has to get a 10.
9 or lower. Because if meets it, beats it, and he gets a 10, he gets a 15, which meets it, so it beats it.
Right. So he has to get
No,
10.
she's doing the check.
Right, she's doing the check.
Got it.
So he has to get a 10 or lower. Otherwise, the grapple is not broken. That's a 4. So you break out, and I'll say you break out on the other side, so you're not like in the line of fire there.
Okay.
That is your action. And there's this big minotaur, this big horned, heavily armored minotaur with a
Bonus action, I'm gonna telepathy.
great sword.
What?
He has a great sword. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. So am I in the car now? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna use my telekinetic powers to push him 5 feet. He has to make a DC save 15, but I can't remember which one. Sorry. Telekinetic. What saving throw is it? Okay, strength saving throw for you. Gotta be 15.
You got to beat a 15?
You do, yeah.
Minotaur.
I know, right? Easy.
Hey.
I don't. Wait. Yeah, no, I
How
don't
is
beat a 15. But he can reroll failed saving throw twice a day. That was 1. This is 2. He beats that.
He stands there then, I guess.
Yeah, so you try and push him with your technical ability, and he kind of just like brushes off his side, like he felt a fly or something, and then stares you down.
I think he's tapped out of those though now. So at least try that.
She's
Can you
gonna
use your
laugh
movement?
nervously.
Yeah.
Have I? No, but he's right there. He's just gonna.
And you
Just
already
take
used
a
your
hit
action.
and fucking run, dude. Get out.
Yeah.
There's a
it's
Gatling gun pointed at you.
Mm-hmm.
That'll hurt a lot more than
I can move here.
one swing.
On second thought.
Get the fuck out of here.
Does a 21 hit? I wonder what. Yeah. I didn't mean to do that. I just didn't know what it was until I.
Totally understand.
Sweet. So he will do 10 damage. 10 slashing damage plus. That d6 rolled into my bag. So 20 damage.
Whoa.
Yeah, he deals. No, I'm sorry.
So what kind of damage is it?
20 slashing damage
I'm gonna, in total,
in total.
I'm gonna spend some. Oh no, I can't. I'm in the wrong setting.
Yeah, so this big burly dude sees you like walking away and like slashes his sword across into the room, and it cuts into your back diagonally and like cuts through the armor that you made. It seems to have hit right in the middle of a seam, and it hurts quite significantly as you run away. That happens to you. It is now the King's turn. You see this dude, or you see a table heading towards you, and an arrow has just hit you from the side of the bunk beds.
Okay. Is there a space between them right now? Or no? Is it
Yeah,
more-
there's
is it
like
more
maybe a 5-ish feet, but he's blocking most of the pathway towards there. You're gonna have to like climb in, like if you're trying to get across, you have to climb into the bunk beds or like try and go underneath one of the corners of the, because it's a circle table, so there's still a little bit of like the sides that you can.
Can I make a quick insight check to recall if there were windows in these things?
There are windows in this card. You don't have to insight, you can just see it.
Okay, cool. In that case, can I jump and climb up and over and try and come down through a window?
Yes. Are you climbing on top of the train?
Yeah, so there's probably several things that are going to happen here. I guess the first move I'm trying to make, because I'm kind of between, right, my path is blocked, is I'm going to try and climb up the side. So, I guess like an athletics check for that?
No, there's handheld, like there's ladders and handhelds everywhere,
Oh,
so
perfect.
I think it's probably just easy for you to like pop up.
Okay, perfect. Then what I will do is I will take a deep breath, activate my focus, and then I'm going to climb up the side to one of these and then finding a window down here.
Okay, so here's the situation.
Uh-oh.
As you climb up to the top of the train and then try and find your pathway over to one of the windows, I'm gonna have you roll a d20.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Before you say whatever that was, I can't see it. I want you to. A bunch of arbitrary bullshit, but flip that for me. Tell me what you got. Dragon or other side?
Oh, I see. Okay.
What is it?
I saw it and I didn't want to know. It's a dragon.
What was the d20 roll?
5.
Sweet. So,
5 dragons?
5. Bunch of random stuff. It's more for it to make sense in my
Okay.
brain, but it decides whether this happens or not, and it does. I'm very excited.
Okay.
Let me see where I put this. Okay, we're gonna do a little dex check. As you jump on top of this cart, you step down on one of the panels of the roof, and this glowing rune appears underneath your feet with a bunch of arcanic runes and shit like that. Give me a d20. We're doing a contest.
Is this a save?
Yes, it's a dex save.
Okay. What an effect I can see.
You can't see it. You didn't see it walking up.
Is it a trap?
Oh, I guess it is a trap, and now you can see it because it's activated. All right, fine.
Okay.
Fine.
I guess by default, like, you wouldn't see traps, but then why would they be traps? I don't know. Uh-oh, it's not good either way. 17?
Sweet. So, you step on this thing, and you were just smart enough and quick enough to like step off of it and lean back as this like gust of wind emanates from that runic like path and like shoots over towards the outside of the train. Which you could have assumed would have blown you off of the train
Yeah.
if you would have failed some of those saves.
Is it still there, or is it, like, expelled?
It's like expelled. You can see that it's now like kind of burnt into the steel, and as you look at the rest of the top of the train, you can't notice. You don't notice
It's just
any other
all blank. It's like an invisible fucking minefield there across the top. That's actually really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I will just hang on to the side of this and ready in action to enter this room when
Rusty.
when Rusty moves. When Rusty makes room.
Okay, it is now Rusty's turn.
Yes. So this table that this yellow guy is holding up, it's taking up most of this space, and it's
Yeah.
hard to get by either side.
Yeah, you would
So
have
I
to crawl
can't-
through the bunk beds
Okay.
or crawl underneath, but you're a little too big to crawl underneath.
I would I turn around and I see this, and I'm like, ugh. And I just kind of laugh and smile, and I charge at him, and I use his shield as something to push him with, and then pin him back as hard as I can up against the wall with his buddy up against the wall, is what I am attempting to do.
Okay, we'll call that another strength contest. Lots of
Cool.
those on this one shot.
My bread and butter.
Pretty good. It's a 9.
24.
Okay. Yeah, I will pretend this is like kind of a grapple because he's been caught off guard. But you'll definitely have enough movement and enough space to like go over and pin him up against the wall.
Okay.
Sweet. On Green's turn, I'm gonna give him a chance to like slip out before you get there, but for now you have them both kind of pinned up.
Okay. So is that an attack that I just did?
I feel like it counts as a grapple.
A grapple. So that would be a bonus action then.
Okay,
Okay, so then I still have my attacks.
sure.
Cool.
But they are
Very nice.
kind of under full cover now because there is a whole table between you two.
Oh, their heads are not peeking out?
No, it's a pretty big table.
So
Oh.
big ass table. It's about 10 by 10 table.
Okay, then I will improvise and just crush. Just
Yeah.
press them up against the wall and just push.
I guess that, yeah, sure.
So I don't
Sandwich
know
them.
what kind of damage this is
Interesting.
doing.
We'll call it an improvised.
Okay,
weapon
but
attack.
Almost
So it's still
bludgeoning,
you
but
still
not
get your
quite.
bonuses on the extra damage because
It's nice.
it's an improvised weapon, right?
yes. I just don't know what damage I'll be rolling if this hits.
Squish damage.
Squish damage.
16 to
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, so what?
You roll your normal shit, because an improvised weapon is an improvised weapon. Just like you were throwing the body at the other dude and you did that damage,
Okay.
this is still just like jutting someone on the side of the table, but it's improvised, so same damage.
As long as it's not an actual weapon, it's
Yeah.
just worse than a normal weapon. Like,
It's 11 crush damage. And I guess that's my first action, and on my second action, I'm gonna.
You know, I'll say that they both take damage too,
Okay.
because you got them both underneath them. That feels like logically it makes sense.
On my second one, I'm gonna hold it there, but I'm gonna lean back. I'm gonna shoulder into it and press again.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
There you go.
Heckin' yeah. 7 plus 8. 15.
You're an animal.
yep.
So bonus action, both my actions.
Just crushing 2 humans.
And-
against the wall.
I will. Oh, no, that's a. Nope, that's it.
Cool. Yeah, you just hear
And I'll
screams,
just stay there.
screams of pain. Oh fuck! Oh my god, my face! This is what you hear from those two behind you. It is now their turn. They. I guess this isn't really. Yeah, they're gonna shuffle out.
Do you have to break the grapple then? Because they're technically still grappled by the table.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm gonna give them advantage because they're both behind it.
Totally. Yeah. Ooh! I mean, that's.
Yeah, I mean they're good. So they'll like muster up the strength to like. I will say because you were so strong, not like press up and push against you, but like give themselves enough like leeway to like shuffle out away. So they will like come jump over this way, and once they get out of your way, you'll kind of like press back into the wall and let go, and then they will. That was their action.
I hold it down.
I think toy joint.
Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool.
Stepping up for me.
It makes it an 11, but it's
like, huh?
Yeah, you know what? They're gonna
Is it
do a
'cause
couple
I'm
attacks
getting-
on you. You're pretty jarred from having to like
Totally.
jump back into the.
I wasn't expecting
Like,
these
shut
two
back
little
in.
guys to push past me. I'm used to being the strongest one.
Right.
That surprised me. So.
One of them got an that one. The other one got an 18 plus 5, which is 24.
Meets it, beats it. No.
Damn, your AC is
No,
a
no,
fucking
it's not.
20.
It's not.
Okay, Jesus Christ. 9 damage. So you take 9 damage from behind. A longsword hits you in the back. And that happens. They both use that, and they, yeah, I'm gonna say that that's fair, and then it's. Pink is all the way gone. It is now. We're cutting back over to Big Boy over here. He is going to. Let me see.
I was at 40 feet.
Okay.
40 feet.
So he will run over this way. But before he does, he will attack you with his short bow. So he'll grab his short bow and go 1, 2, 3, attack you 3 times from a distance. 8 probably doesn't hit. 11 probably doesn't hit. But 19 probably does.
Yeah.
Sweet. So he will do 8 piercing damage, and then 6 more on top of that. Total. And then like charge up and say, you're not getting. Wait, no. Let me get a voice. You're not getting away from me. Get back here. And rush back towards you.
Such diverse
That is his turn.
Moved into this room.
It is now your turn. So you were running away. You just got a arrow in the shoulder, pretty close to where you just got slashed before, from this giant minotaur creature, back towards the dining card. What do you want to do?
Well, get away, obviously, but...
I mean, you're out of range. You could dash.
No, I'm not gonna do that. It just sucks because all the things I need to do are all actions. First off, I am gonna move a little bit away. Right here, I guess.
Oh, I see.
Sweet.
It's an action.
So,
I'm gonna place my turret down
okay.
and just
Oh
have it
shit.
set up camp right there.
Nice.
Dude!
Roll a token for it.
Tuck in the box.
And are potions actions, environmentals, bonus actions? How are we treating potions?
Did you use all of your movement?
Yeah.
I'll say it's a bonus action. That makes sense to me.
Okay. I'm gonna take that greater restoration potion or whatever it does.
All right, pop it, roll the dice, take it.
4d4 plus 4. That's what it is.
44 plus 4?
4.
4d4.
4d4.
I was like, that's a lot. That's
Yeah,
specific.
That's a lot of fours.
4d4.
Why not just call it 48, yo?
4d4. 4. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I might survive one more attack.
But you place your turret down. Desperately running, leaving a bleeding trail behind you, you burst into this bar dining room cart, and you see everybody looking over towards the other door and peeking through at what you can now see through the long, since you burst your way in here, is another combat happening in the cart over. But you swap over, set up your turret, and all these patrons then look back at you as you're setting up this gun in the middle of the room.
You got to get out of here.
And then they look at you on one end and the other combat at the other end, and they shuffle towards the sides and start screaming. The kids are cowering in the corners because they're kind of stuck in the middle. Yeah.
Run that way!
You see a couple of where did you point?
Towards the door. The door's coming through.
Give me a persuasion check.
God, yes. That's hilarious, dude.
Human shield.
With advantage because everyone's fucking terrified.
Go, children.
That's amazing.
That is too funny, dude.
18 plus 5, 22?
23.
23.
Okay, yeah.
No way.
Everyone starts rushing over towards where you just entered, and there is a small crowd of children, men, and women rushing towards their
Quick, everybody!
rooms. Yeah.
Head to your rooms!
So that happens. That other person goes. It is now Kenku's turn. You guys, or you see the brick shuffle over towards the table and just ram through it, burst it on the side, and then these other guys pop out from the other way and start slashing at him. But through that whole vision, you see that whole ordeal happen, and a crowd of other patrons start walking down towards the train car, and yeah, what do you want to do? But you do notice Bernadette over there with a turret.
It also only shoots enemies. It doesn't shoot friendlies.
Okay. Is there a window in this room? Somewhere? Like any windows in our vicinity?
Yeah, there's windows.
Like sizable windows? Like this size window, maybe?
I'd say half.
Half?
Half and maybe 3/4. More of that, but right next to each other.
I can work with that. Okay, so where would that be?
Just all along the side of the
All
car.
along the side. Okay. So, I think I like the idea of like rolling with like these kicks and taekwondo takedowns only. So I guess what I will do here is bonus action dash and then sprint forward. Maybe do a little tumbling action for flavor. And then do like a leg sweep grapple kind of situation and get a grapple going.
Okay. Contest.
2 14s, wowee. 25.
Yep, you get it. These guys are
Alright.
not strong.
No. I found the strong one.
Yeah, you found the strong one.
And then dragging this one over, I'm just gonna like out the window behind me with my environmental. And then maybe say like, geez. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, give me another strength check just to see if we break through that glass.
Oh, sure. Sure thing.
Do you get advantage on that?
I do for breaking objects. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
25.
Okay, yeah, you shattered that glass
Amazing.
fairly easily. I didn't know you really built this character for this situation. Okay, that's your turn. It's the Brick's turn. You hear a bunch of commotion coming from the other cart, but you don't quite catch it, and you see your compatriot smash open the door, ready for another fucking tumble. Ready to throw somebody else off the train.
Okay. Then he just sees that and then narrows in on the person right in front of him, looking down at them.
Oh my.
I'm gonna say he's gonna go for a. What is he gonna do? I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. I was so excited watching everybody else. Yeah, cool.
Excellent use of humor.
He's gonna
Thank you. I don't know if that's.
grapple as a bonus action, I guess. Grapple as a bonus action.
Okay,
Mr. Yellow.
you get it.
17 plus.
You got a fucking 2. I'm rolling terribly.
Okay.
I'm gonna slow down.
So he grapples, and he's gonna. He basically grabs the front of his collar and gets him right there, so he can just smash him in the middle of the face.
Oh god.
If a creature is grappled, do
You get advantage.
it's- okay.
Yeah.
So maybe nat 20. The same number. They're both 16s, so it's a 26.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, so the first one hits, and I get 2 attacks, so you're gonna go for the second one. Oh, 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, cool. So that is 2d8. So that's 11 plus 14.
Plus 14 damage? 11 plus 14 damage?
Yeah,
Cool. You
plus 14.
take him out.
Is he out?
Yeah.
He grabs him by the neck, and he goes, "You know, I took your friend out through tobacco to skull. I think for you, I'll do it through the front." And then he just through the front of the skull.
Oh my god. Yeah, just utter fear in his face, and then no face. And then it's gone.
Keys?
Yes. More keys, but it looks identical to the other keys you have.
I'm gonna take them.
More?
Did he have any health potions?
No.
Okay. He's still holding them.
Okay. That's Brick's turn. It is Yellow's turn. He dies.
First, his turn.
It's Green's turn. He's going to try and break out of the grapple from the Kenku. Nope. Fucking Christ.
28.
Yeah. Doesn't do that. And that's his turn. It is now this big guy's turn. He's going to begin to try and go through this doorway, but then get crowded by a bunch of terrifying people that rush past him.
Let me do.
Get away!
Out,
Please, sir, help the
out of my
children.
way. No, wait. No. Sorry. Didn't prepare these voices well. Get out of my way! No, there's enemies coming this way. I don't know where that was. Though.
It's okay.
And gets bogged down by all of these patrons. That's his turn. He can't really break through.
Amazing.
Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Thank you.
It's Bernadette's turn.
Oh shit, that actually worked.
Yeah, you turn around and then you see your buddies fighting in the car behind.
Since I know this guy is coming, I am gonna make my way here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You can take the
35.
Oh, I'm still holding them though.
Oh, you're still holding them.
Totally.
As my action, I'm going to use one of my gadgets, the grid shield, and by using some energy, I'm going to shoot. Where are you? 2 energy is an action. It's a force field of hexagonal cells. It's gonna like overlap my armor, and so for 10 minutes, I get to add my intelligence modifier to my AC. So I'm adding another 4
Hell yeah.
Nice.
for 10 minutes. So
Oh my god, your HP is low.
I know. So I was at 8 HP after he
Holy
hit me that
shit.
one time. I was like, man, if I get hit again, I'm dead. And then as a bonus action, I will help. What's your name again?
Or Waka.
Or Waka.
I was gonna call him Walker.
Or
Waka's fine.
Yeah, Walker's fine.
Oh,
Everybody,
Waka.
have your attention, please. There's a big minotaur headed our direction. Luckily, I've cut him off with some helpless standbys, but he is coming. Help.
Sweet.
That's it.
It is now Walker's turn.
Uh,
So you have the help action from. So yeah, you see Bernadette like rush through and say that, and then that gives you an air of calmness that she's okay, and you know that now, fellow sister in crime. What do you want to do?
Why does she look so bloody?
friend. And I chunk this guy out the window.
Friend.
Get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, can I guess roll athletics to push. Use a push action to toss him out of there.
Ooh.
21.
Yeah. That's not a bad roll either. Yeah, he flies off, and he's like. "Ah!"
Okay.
And then you guys are all in a room together.
Wow.
Yeah, we
did
made it
Finally,
back.
for the first time in the heist.
Guys, everybody, opened the vault only to discover there's a minotaur in there with a little goblin creature with the most beautiful, fascinating gun I've ever seen. But enough of that. I'm hurting badly. I must heal myself. Now I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay.
Is
I
anybody
think
else hurt?
totally
you
fine.
guys each get a turn. Oh no, you don't.
Barely scuffed, yeah.
Oh, you'll get a turn by the time you'll have enough time to do a thing for sure.
A thing, eh?
A thing. Yeah, turn order wise next time Yeah, you'll have a turn before you have anything approaching you.
Okay. We all have a turn here.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I was gonna use this guy and throw him at the other guy again, but seeing that you've tossed him out the window, he will just follow suit and toss this guy out the window. Toss the body.
Okay, where is it? All these bodies
Yeah,
just
so
he's
flying
just
off the
entering-
train.
Any
No.
Holy shit.
I'm just nice standing more closer like that.
Oh god, I'm trying to remember everything.
I
that's
have.
been said.
Hold on. 19 health that I can heal somebody.
I'm okay, right? Well, I'm 83 out of 92.
Let me just give it to you, otherwise it's
Taking
wasted.
5
Sure.
damage. Yeah.
Okay, I got 19 points of health to give you. Are you doing Good to see you're still in one piece, Brick.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this feels quite good. I appreciate it.
Anytime, darling.
Just fill me up, and that is 9 points to fill me up, and you can give the rest.
Okay, cool.
You friend.
Let's go.
Bo bro.
Impressive to see you through that man out that window, I must say. The women are the superior species. Except for that thing behind us. He's pretty spectacular, too.
I'm looking over at the.
It's like, friend, bud.
As you guys are talking, you feel a sudden jerk of the train as it speeds up.
Oh shit. I think we better get going.
Well, I hope you're ready to face a angry little gal with a gun and a minotaur.
Minotaur.
We'll try our best.
You ready?
Ready?
He turns, just goes.
Okay,
Attaboy.
so there is the Minotaur, like the crowd disperses and the Minotaur comes through to face the turret before you guys enter that room. What happens there?
It's a 25 radius. It is Dex saved. And it's full or half damage, depending on success or failure.
It's a dex save? Oh, fail.
Alright, you're gonna take 2d4 plus 4 piercing damage.
Is it ranged? This turret?
25 feet, yeah. In a radius.
Holy
Wait.
shit.
Let me just double check. 25-foot radius around the turret, yeah. 2d4. 2d4 plus 4. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Piercing damage.
Oh my god. Turret rocks.
Okay. It takes 11 damage. So you see it, like you guys turn your head over towards the turret and the Minotaur, and it approaches right there, and it gets like shot rapidly by these bullets from the turret, and it kind of more or less like dings off, and you can see it skim and do a little bit of damage, and it starts bleeding a little bit through some of its like under cloth from the armor. But it kind of just keeps walking up towards the turret. You guys get a turn. Yeah. The three of you will get a turn. So as you open this door, you see that happening.
What kind of weapon is he wielding?
A greatsword.
A great sword.
And he has a short bow to his side.
Seeing this, Rusty grabs his chest piece that he has in the center of his chest, and it lights up, and it kind of throbs with a magic energy. He casts Blade Ward on himself.
Okay. And then how do you want to use your movement?
I think then he will. Well, my movement is 30. You need squares. 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think I can get to him. And I'm looking at my bonus actions to see. Ooh. Yep.
I was thinking it'd be more useful down here, but it's hard to get radius.
20, 25, 30.
You can move that turn back a little bit too, because you set it right at the end of the food cart, right?
Oh, it was. I think he was standing like right here.
No, not you. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Okay, so I think he ends up like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boop. So he moves in that direction. 25, 30. Just within range for my bonus action, I cast Relentless Hex on him. Basically, I can get to him whenever I want.
This is true. All right. Yeah. You do that.
And that is my turn.
Cool. Kenku? Waka?
Okay. So, I take a deep breath, dropping into a crouch, and I will cunning action dash and sprint for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. For flavor, I vault over your shoulders, whoa, roll across the ground, jump off the table, somersault through the air, which I'm happy to roll acrobatics for, and come down in an axe kick intended to not attack him but push him prone.
Okay.
Whoa.
What is that? Strength contest, yeah?
Yes, that would just be another push attack. It's just a push. 25.
Yeah. That does that.
That's the sound he makes.
And then I'll sort of just like combat roll across this and
Opportunity attack?
crouch there.
From prone?
Yeah.
Actually,
You
yeah.
still attack from prone.
Dope.
Yeah. He would get an opportunity attack.
15 to hit?
Yeah. Meets it, beats it. I think he healed me. Might need it.
21 damage.
Oh, crikey.
This is all
So-
the damage he's been doing.
I don't combat roll across. I go flying across.
Yeah.
Crash
you
into this wall.
Break
The-
some bottles.
glasses. The bottles are all the pretty colors I put down.
Mm.
Yeah, so you knock down this Minotaur and it almost like shuffles the train car around a little bit as he falls to the ground, but he like swings his sword while he was falling upwards and it flings you up over towards the back of the bar and smashes you into the glass. But now you have cover.
Now I have cover. I will say, having taken that much damage, I'll go prone there.
Sweet. That is Kenku's turn. Brigland. Did you? Oh, I should do turn order.
Wait. No, it wasn't an attack. Never mind. Because I have mobile. Ah, shit.
The Minotaur will stand up, use his movement to approach the turret, and then knock or try and break it.
It has an AC, but it resists all damage, so I don't know.
Does it have an HP?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah, he's going to attack that.
Cool.
What is that? That has a 28. 13?
13 damage?
13 to hit.
I'll miss.
Oh no. Sweet. So just one. Mm,
43 damage.
24. So this guy will slash into this turret 3 or 4 times to try and like knock it out. And then that is
He's hitting this turn.
its turn.
The Minotaur?
From
The
there.
Minotaur. Yeah.
Did
He
he-
stood up.
Oh, he stood up?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then he walked over to the turret and started attacking.
Oh, shit.
That is its turn. It is now Bernadette's turn.
Well, now that I'm healed, I am going to probably leave and rejoin them out there, but I'm going to take my action while I'm in here to change out the settings of my gauntlets again.
Uh-huh.
One is going to be...
You have to take an action to do that?
Well, it says only one configuration may be active on a gauntlet at a time, and you must use an interaction to switch.
Interaction's a free action.
Oh.
Or is it?
I mean, a bonus action? I don't
Like
know.
an environmental. It sounds just like an atmospheric slash environmental
Because I can like
slash
quick
free
draw
action.
and like put things away for free.
It says use an object as an action. I feel like you don't need to do that. You can just swap that setting.
Well, then I'll have one for defense and.
I'll say that you can do it as a reaction. Does that feel fair?
As a reaction.
Yeah. Like the same kind of. So like you wouldn't be able to do an opportunity attack on the same turn if you swapped your setting.
You can do it, but it costs you
It costs
a
you.
reaction. You don't have to like wait. Or
It's even less. I feel like it's less than a bonus action because I feel like you're just like swapping a setting. I don't think that takes that long to fucking do.
Yeah, like let me push this gemstone.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay, well each are changed. One defense and actually one is just changing. Defense and combat. 10, 15. How far can he move? Presumably 30 feet?
yeah.
Ugh, but my people. I think from here, I'm gonna throw a dart at him and cast help on Rusty.
Okay.
Craft what?
Help, not
All right.
cast help.
Roll for the dart.
Well, that's not good. 5.
Doesn't hit.
I guess 6, but that doesn't make a difference. And
Okay.
then help. Yeah.
That's your turn. Your turret. I do a save, right?
What's that save?
Nat 1.
Woo! Six plus 4, 10 damage, piercing.
I'll say since he's so close to the turret too, with that nat 1, he'll like stumble back onto his knee, and his fist. We'll call it prone, but he doesn't look prone. Which is the turret. Now is the Kenku's turn. Walk him.
Okay. So,
You just got blasted into this glass shelf wall, and then you hear the sound of the turret keep going off and some slashing into metal.
I did. So what I will do is I will bonus action dash. I'll sort of roll backwards, jump to my feet, which is it just costs half your movement, right?
To hop to your feet, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So back 5, 15, so 20 of 100. Then I'm going to okay, I got my action still. I will draw my chic needles and somersault over, which I'm happy to roll for, and make an attack from behind this thing.
Okay. And yeah, we'll call it flanking. We'll call it advantage.
Okay. That's just a regular attack. Does a 17 hit?
Nope.
Oh, you're right. It is advantage. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
Oh shit. Okay.
There you go. Know the number now.
Lucky.
All right. So she will stab him with these darts for a whopping 7 damage, plus a sneak attack. Wow, for 13 all day. And then I'll sort of roll away, making use of my mobile feats and then throw the darts the remaining distance. For just another attack, which looks like it will hit. So for a total of, that's 3 plus 5, 8 plus 13, 21 damage.
Now we just
I
gotta
had to
power it
deconstruct
again.
your math for a second because I was adding it as well. No, you're good. Sweet. You do that. You went out of his range. He doesn't get an opportunity attack. Did you disengage his bonus action?
This time I was ready for it, and I made use of my mobile feed, and so
Okay.
he doesn't get an opportunity attack.
Okay, bet. Sweet. So that happens. A couple darts go into his back as he's like onto his knee. That is the Kenku's turn. It is Brick's turn now.
Cool.
I have long stars. I brought
There's
long.
Bud Light. There's maybe another not Bud Light. Power and Light.
Honestly good. I guess it's just because we're smoking so much. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Y'all are positioned really well, but I think no matter what I do, I might block one of y'all. Oh no, I won't. Okay, cool, cool,
I
cool.
have so much maneuverability, like you can't block.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what he does is he gets up onto the counter, runs over, jumps up onto the counter, and then he jumps up and comes down for 2 punches.
Okay.
Please hit. Wow, 15. Not great, miss. Oh, that's a 27.
27 hits.
Okay. So that is only going to be one of these babies. Well, done better. That's 10 damage. Not the best damage this round. That is 2 attacks. I will bonus action grapple.
Okay. Strength contest.
Yep, here we go.
19.
30, 20.
All right. Well, yep, get that.
So
Close.
I will grapple him in such a way that I'm like holding his arms and having his chest like wide open, and my back is a little bit up against this bar, leaving him open to him, her, and the gun.
Rerolled at 13. You had advantage. He was prone.
Yeah. 16.
No.
Thank you, though.
Yeah.
Bonus
That's
action.
not it.
Did
That's
the
it.
action. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm good.
Cool.
That's it.
It is now the Minotaur's turn. So he will try to break out.
Okay.
Get him. Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah, that's a 10.
Sweet. You have him pinned out. He breaks up against it and grabs you from behind, and like. What do you do?
Like a suplex or something?
No, you know what? For flavor wise, he's gonna grab one of the stools from underneath him and smash it into your head enough for him to like break out, and then
I like that.
he's gonna approach the Kenku. So turn his back to the turret, but walk away. Opportunity attack.
Oh,
Please tell me you
yes,
took something.
yes. Please. 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Creatures provoke opportunity attacks. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Sweet. So he does not approach the Kenku. He just gets hit from the stool, and you, stunned by the stool for a second, you still manage to get off a punch and knock the back of his head, so he stops moving. How How much damage do you do?
Yeah. I should just.
Ooh,
17.
Nice.
very nice.
Oh, that's a D10. That's the wrong one. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
It's a D8. I gotta roll a D8. Oh. Woo, I rolled a 10 on a
shit.
D8, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. 9. 9 points of damage.
Close.
Yeah.
Sweet.
My man.
That happens. It can't move. But it like it gets mad and like steam comes out of its nostrils, and you see him like his muscles get a little bit more stiff, and he like brutes up a little bit. It seems like he has grown a little stronger. Anyway, it's Bernadette's turn.
Bernadette?
Well, back to him. I'm gonna shit. I guess just go up and punch the guy. Follow suit with everyone else. Yup. I can also make my turret move. I'm trying to figure out how to do that again. Okay, so as an action, after I move, you hurt my friend. 2, 3, 4.
Is that a flame?
Sure.
I'm gonna attack him with my
Okay.
gauntlets. Just. But. Plus 19. Wait, yeah.
19 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, hits.
Nope. Don't want to read about petunias. 1d8. I'm gonna do slashing damage. Okay, that is 1 plus 3, 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
Straight to the back, like he done me, except not as powerful.
Sweet. That
As
happens.
a bonus action, I'll have my turret just move a little bit.
The turret
shit.
does how much damage?
Nine damage, period.
Chipping away. Chipping away.
Yeah. Gotta incapacitate him somehow.
Sweet.
Let's throw him off the fucking train, like everyone else.
You
We
could.
can get him that way.
That's true.
That's Bernadette's turn is Kenku's turn.
Okay. I am going to take a deep breath and focus. Roll forward and sweep out the Minotaur's legs. Going for a push. Where's my other die? There it is. 21.
20.
Okie dokie. Then that will knock the Minotaur prone. And that is my turn. Nope, actually. I will sort of wary that it might lash out at me. Sort of try and backstep here, prompting an attack of opportunity if it wishes.
It will. And it will miss.
Alright, perfect. Then I will just step back forward again.
Oh, I see. Cool. It's Brick's turn.
I just burned a reaction. That's
mean, kind of smart. You also risk taking it
Taking a hit.
damage.
Right.
Wait, whose turn?
Your turn.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yes. I will go in for 2 punches to the chest. Actually, it's that soft spot right at the center where like your rib cage meets. I'm going for 2 punches right there. Oh, and I get
Advantage. She's
okay.
prone.
So this is the first hit. Oh my god, 13 for both of them.
Yeah. 13 doesn't hit.
He flexes, and my fist just like
You just bounce off the armor.
bounces off. I'm like, oh god, this guy's strong. Second hit. Okay, better. That's an 18 and a 21.
18 hits or 21 hits also.
Okay, both of those hit.
both.
So we'll do the damage for. Wait, that's 1 hit because it's advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Not a D10. Stop it. That is a D8. Oh, so that's 8 for my attack. By the way, I don't know if this changes anything, but my unarmed attacks are magical.
It does.
Okay. And then I will, for my bonus action, do the old 1-2 and burn 1 moxie and do 2 more attacks.
Okay.
So, oh, that's yours. First one at advantage, 23. Second one at advantage, 29.
Yes, both hit.
Okay, so now it is 2d8. Ooh, 7 and 5 plus 14. Hunter, help.
7, 5, and 14. 12, 26.
26 damage. So you see him go in for 2 punches and they both just kind of bounce off. So he kind of, and then really winds up and goes in for 2 more that hit.
Yeah, you bend his armor inwards on himself to a point that looks like it's fairly fucking uncomfortable. You hit pretty fucking strong. And you hear a gust of just pure breath come out from his body. That is his turn, or that is your turn. He will stand up, and having taken an egregious amount of damage from you, will attack you with his greatsword. Yes, that is a 17 hit.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah, it does.
Shucks.
Yeah, it
I wish
does.
my AC was higher.
$16 damage. So, slash you top to bottom, but you have Blade Ward, don't you? How long does that last?
Oh, 10 minutes.
Yep. So you get resistance, right?
Yep. To piercing, slashing, bludgeoning. So how much damage is that?
8. So you only take 8 damage. But it will attack you again. And then one more time after that. 21,
Hits.
19.
Hits. Ooh, all 3.
So
But I have Blade Ward.
8, 13, so 6. 4. So 10 on top. Yeah, what you're doing.
Okay.
So, very quickly, you see this giant sword in this Minotaur's hand, and it moves quicker than you've seen a giant sword ever been moved, and slashes Brick 3 times in the chest. That is its turn. It is now Bernadette's turn. So he will make a save real quick against your turret. And you said it was 15, right?
Yes.
So the turret's ammo just bounces off of his
It's
armor.
half damage.
Half damage.
Mhm.
Sorry. Still bounces off, but
6 and 3 damage.
managed to hit him in the back a little bit. And then it's your turn.
I really don't have a lot of things I can do other than gadgets, which help me not die. So I'm gonna attack this guy again with his side to me. Where does he look hurt? like more specifically, like a huge gaping wound, or did he just look unscathed?
I mean, he's beaten down everywhere. He's
Well,
pretty
where-
fucking bloodied.
Where looks the bloodiest, or like the most?
You can see his abdomen is kind of like steadily bleeding because of this like huge dent that Brick has put into their armor.
Alright, I'm gonna aim there and just.
Okay. So you come up from the side and give it a good like body punch.
We are flanking it though.
Oh, so advantage, yeah. I mean, you just gotta hit.
19.
Hits.
Where is the D12? I will spend an energy to make this. Is this thunder or what damage? He's in metal.
Yeah, he's in metal.
I'll make this lightning damage. Is that a 12, right?
That's a D12, yeah.
Okay, 4 plus 5, 6, 7, 7 lightning damage.
Okay, how does he die?
He's just beating up the friend, I guess. You just see her hand start to glow when she's pulling back. And looking where Brick's imprint is, just, I guess, emulates him. And just thinks punching through the face, but just hits in that dent and it just, her club releases like a wave of electrical energy as she makes contact with the armor. And it just, I don't know, cooks him.
Yeah, sweet. So, yeah, the armor shatters from your final punch, and his body jolts and like electric jerks and shit because his muscles are spasming, and then he falls to his knees, and then he falls limp over the bar top. You have defeated this big boy.
Is everyone alright? That hurt me quite a bit.
Just thumbs up.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like
well,
huffing.
a little hurt, but not too bad. Search for keys.
You see one key that seems to emanate a vaguely arcanic, like arcana, like arcane energy.
Detect magic. Are we out of? Are we
You're
out
out of combat.
Okay, detect magic.
Yeah, no, it's glowing.
Right, but specifically, it tells me very specific things. Detect magic does.
Yes. I'll say this. You don't have to look it up.
Okay.
It is warding magic of some kind. So, by casting detect magic, that's not the same as identify. But it's something of protection.
It's something of protection. It does tell me the school of magic.
What is warding?
Abjuration.
Abjuration.
Got it. Okay, I see.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we still have a little goblin creature to take care of in the treasure room.
Right.
There's also bloody staff in there. Looks pretty important.
Alright, we do. I've been collecting these. And he pulls out 2 keys, and I guess he hands you a key. No, I don't know.
Do they all
maybe.
look the same? Like, are the exact?
The 2 keys look the same, but the magical key looks magical.
So he hands you one to separate the keys. Actually, he'll hand you the other one.
Things?
Both of them. Huh?
Things?
Well, just like so it's not all eggs in one basket.
Oh, okay.
But also, he says, this one has a key, but it has some sort of warding magic on it. I don't know if we should touch it, but it seems important.
Arcana? Can I roll Arcana to see,
Yeah, go ahead.
to help with what I know, what they shared? 19.
Yeah, this key goes in a lock that is probably also magical.
Looking back on it, the lock that I broke was not magical?
No.
Okay. Well, I can tell you what it doesn't go to. Not the lock I broke. You broke the lock? I did. The lock to the treasure. Little did I know this big guy was in there. And the little guy. Or gal.
Right.
Or
Break is
neither.
gonna grab like a napkin or a towel, like a fancy sort of cloth something, and grab the key with it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that. Well, I guess that works. I was really expecting that not to
You
work.
think the magic will rub off on you or what?
I don't know how it works. I just know it's
It's a
working
key.
of
That's
some
how
sort.
it works.
Hmm?
It's a key. That's how it works.
I guess we'll figure it out.
I suppose.
And
we
later,
will.
car. Should we get going? Can we throw the guy off the train?
Yeah, we want to throw them off.
Do we?
I was thinking of using them for cover. He's wearing a bunch of metal armor, right?
Can you?
Yeah,
How
yes.
do you get that across to us?
Well,
Bad
honestly, what
I'm gonna.
what she will do is just like squat down and just kind of grab it, and then kind of just like hunch her little body. But you'll just see like her like kind of grabbing from the sides and just sort of like holding up this like torso. And then I guess, because I'm still raging, so I kind of have to do this quickly to get the full effect of this. So
I'm
that would
gonna
give me
disassemble my turret, put it back in this little tin
5,
box.
10, 15,
Take with us
20,
to redeploy
25, 30,
later.
35, 40,
So,
45,
as you start
50.
Running through the living chamber quarters, you see a bunch of nobles on every single like card room, just like their eyes out, peek in, and then come back, and then you can hear one like dog coming from the corner also.
Not safe yet, folks. You better stay in your rooms.
65.
And then you hear ruffling of
70.
voices and stuff. Jesus.
75, 80, 85, 90. What's 195 divided by 2? 95.
80s. 90s.
I think 95. So I can run all the way behind it. Can it circle around?
Yeah, it's on a swivel, but it is elevated, so you
Jesus
can
Christ.
get underneath it.
Okay, that's exactly
it's
what
like
it
the
is.
top. So imagine that this is the train car. The Gatling gun is like where the fan is. So it's mounted to the top with some like mechanical attributes.
Okay, perfect. Then I will just sprint into this room holding this thing, and then once I get like around here, just like kind of just drop the corpse and jump underneath it.
Okay, so while you approach it, at first, I have to find where I wrote this.
I had to do that before I lost my rage. So my rage gives me extra distance.
Nice.
Give me a dex check with advantage.
Okay. That would be 14. Is it a save? Or a check?
It's a save.
Oh, it's a save?
Yeah.
That would be 17.
Okay, cool. So you start rushing into this room with this big lug in front of you as a shield, and this goblin will hesitate for a second and then just start going in once he notices that you're lugging around his dead friend. And he goes, "Ah, you're never gonna fucking get me!" And he just starts going crazy and then just goes to town on you until you make it to underneath the Gatling gun.
It's like tinging off this like metal corpse.
Yeah. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He's like hyped up. Sounds like he's on fucking coke or something. You're underneath him. What do you two do?
Dash is what I'm gonna do.
How long has it been since we started the fight with the Minotaur? Or like roughly?
Probably like a minute or two.
Okay.
I mean, it's all 6-second like increments, and we only went through like maybe 5-6 turns. So
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess we have to catch up.
Yeah. And times are running out. So that is going to be
Again, scared faces.
Uh-oh. Mine brings me right there.
That's as far as it gets me, but... Ooh! That's where the Minotaur is? Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just out of... I can't do what I was gonna do.
Oh shit.
With that green platform, that's where the minigun is. So if you can get like close to underneath it.
That's
that would
my
be-
that's my full dash.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the green platform is where it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'm right there.
I'm about to get fucked.
It spent most of its turn trailing on this guy, so it's distracted for now.
I am kind
Whose
of
turn was it?
skulking.
Was Kenku's turn? Oh yeah, you get a whole turn before the goblin goes. In the turn.
Can I shout something to Bernadette?
Shit, I lost where I was.
Do you have to
Yes.
shout? It's not that far.
Or just like so I can be heard
Yeah.
by you. I'll say, work on getting to the front engine room. We'll hold off the others.
If
See
you
if you can
say so.
stop the train. We need to make it stop before we get to our destination.
Quite right. Sure.
That's it.
Okay, cool. That was Kenku's turn. It's Brick's turn. So you do that with your free action, whatever, communicate, and then.
Oh, cool. So then, well, in that case,
Keep running.
I will. Let's see. Let's count backwards. Where's this goblin?
There's a ladder that's like up against the wall near the door that leads up towards that platform.
How high up is it?
So the train car can't be more than 15 feet, so probably like 5 or 10 feet.
Okay. So he is going to about 5, 10, 15, right about here. He vanishes and then appears right here.
There you go.
And then he's going to jump up and punch that goblin in the face.
Sick. Roll the hit.
Okay. 16 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Cool, that's the first one. And 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay,
How high up is the goblin?
nice.
How much is a goblin HP? A goblin's HP is probably like 6 or something, right?
It's not the best, but who knows? You know?
Okay, you knock him out.
Oh.
He's all big behind the gun. Can I unplug him?
Yes, go ahead. That's 20 points of damage.
Yeah, you knock him the fuck out of this. Like, you smack his brains. Yeah. And the gun goes limp.
Well, you
Does he have a
handled
key?
that well, didn't you?
No, no key on him. Just some, like, mush in his pocket, some old food, and then some rocks in the other one.
Take the rocks.
You take the rocks.
Yeah.
Okay. You have successfully beaten my minigun puzzle.
The minigun puzzle. There's a puzzle to it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's beating the shit out of the goblin, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jumped up and bit it.
So now we break in.
So underneath
check out this
where
stuff.
that big old turn was is a big old treasure chest.
Oh, that's right.
Can I cast?
And there's okay, so right,
Not
I
cast.
described this room earlier. Bed, dresser, rug, minigun, chest, and then a pedestal with staff.
Mm.
The staff magic.
It's very magical.
The staff is magical?
Staff is very magical. So is the chest.
So is the chest? Anything
No,
else?
so is the chest in the middle of the room.
Can I
The green,
tell?
the green chest.
The green.
That
Can I
thing.
ask-
Chest, staff, chest.
I'm gonna walk up and start like looking at this gun and like running my hands over it and just starting to like peel back panels and like.
Yeah, you start deconstructing this baby. It is
Yeah.
very well manufactured. The king's money quality.
Well, I'm heaven to Betsy. I've never seen anything so fine. This is beautiful.
I just give you back the key.
Yeah.
I don't know what the key goes to. It's got to go to one of these two things, right?
Probably.
He stands there and he goes, that's magic, and that's magic.
No. The dresser is not magic. It's just the chest and the staff.
Is this door magic?
No.
Okay. That's magic, and that's magic. What kind of magics?
I don't know.
I mean, if they're warding, right? Well, I guess it depends on what the ward is, though.
Or if they put like a fucking like some glyph that's triggered booby trapped and
The staff is divination. The lock on the chest is abjuration, but the chest itself is enchantment?
Interesting.
Okay, I tell them that. except he'll say things like, so that one's an escapement magic. That one is, what's the other one? Staff.
no divination. You said
Divination.
That one is dividing magic.
dividing magic, like people in half.
I don't know. I just know it's dividing.
This box is like closed, right there.
It's a glass case.
It's a glass case.
There's no lock on it though.
Can I just like grab the case and just kick the legs off the case and just take the box?
You could just take the whole box, yeah?
Yeah, just take the whole box.
Yeah.
And throw it off the train.
Our people are following us, right?
Mm-hmm. I guess they didn't see that, but you definitely said you would know that as well. Also,
Who's following us?
There's
Getaway?
like our
Or
like
getaway.
Oh,
people.
that's right. So we need to. I kind of want to. I mean,
We
the
can't get
staff
you
seems
back.
like a powerful thing
Yeah,
that would be
the-
good to grab.
So I've got the staff box.
Oh, gotcha.
Like I've got the whole
Now
container.
we just gotta open the chest, maybe.
I have thieves'
Or
tools
just take the
and I'm
chest.
proficient.
Open
You
it
can
later.
try. I'm ensnared with this machine right now.
Okay, can I try to open the chest?
how do you try and open the chest?
I have thieves' tools and I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
I also have that. I
Yeah, you can
can't
give it
help.
a try.
I will help
Yes.
you.
You will help me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is what am I rolling here? So D20, okay, plus
Your thieves' tools, you stick them in the lock, and you can't move anything. It's all kind of locked into place.
well, it's a 14 actually with.
It's all kind of locked. I didn't pay attention to what you rolled. It's all locked into place.
It's like a magic thing.
It's magic.
Oh, I remember my magical key. And I take it out, and I think I just stick it in there.
Mm-hmm. Click. Unlocks.
Whoa! Surprise! And open.
Yeah. So, I think you guys would be adept enough in the scheming and the, like being in the organizations that you were, that you know what a bag of holding is, right? It's a thing that holds a bunch of stuff. Pretty common magical item goes around. This is a chest of holding. So you open up this container and you see like almost like an entire room inside, just with heaps and heaps of crowns and gold pieces and rubies and jewels and like statues and art pieces and all of the loot that you would assume to be of part like confiscated and stuff from the 5 towns that of the continent.
It's the
So
vault.
they stole the culture. All the fucking wealth of the common people.
Even stole the art.
I know.
Well,
The
right.
statues.
My therapist
think
would always
we-
say,
Oh, don't worry about that.
I think we've found what we've been looking for, but we still need to stop the train.
Well, okay, so here's
Can't we
another
just jump out the window?
It's going fast.
Here's another part of something
Right,
that I
then
guess I
that's
didn't
right.
really get into. This has all been planned, more or less. Things went a little shaky when you guys got separated, but you were planning on getting the loot and then getting out. What did you plan to be your escape plan?
To stop the train and jump off. I thought she would know how to stop the train.
It can be anything. This is previously planned. You have people on the inside. You have, or not on the inside, I'm sorry. You have homies that are like resources. Like, did you have a scheme that you had?
I was just
Or was it just like,
leave.
I could jump off, but that's me.
Again, I imagine it's or like any fucking okay, because it has to go to the city. We just blow up again one of the couplings and we can just like come to a halt.
It's
and
not a
they can
bad
just keep going.
idea. Take everything but
That
the
happens in
engine.
movies. It has to
Just blow it up
happen.
right here. The only thing that goes is the engine. We don't give a fuck about that. We get everyone else's shit.
Well, everybody's.
Well, then
Everyone's
you have
the
a whole
engine
bunch
room.
of
We just kidnap
They're
all
a
of
bunch
them.
of strangers.
What?
whatever you guys
Oh.
want to do. This has been pre-planned.
I mean,
Or,
we could
yeah, we
run.
could just send
We
them
could
up.
run back and blow up one of these ones. Like maybe we could blow it up here.
Because there's nothing really in here, right?
Just the nobles, and
Right.
probably this is all their shit. So we should blow up like one of these further back. So all the nobles can go with nothing into the kingdom.
They can go off to the kingdom, the
Mhm.
vault. We have everything in the vault that's interesting.
Can we move this?
I'll
This
throw-
isn't magical.
Throw
That's
this
correct.
in there.
No, it's not magical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
these two.
There are these. Those are the big loading doors.
Can I look around for anything secret? Any secret? Hiding.
Magic vision.
Yeah, you can. There's not.
Okay.
Do the doors open?
Cool.
If you look around, there's nothing secret.
The secret. Got it. Got everything.
I
That's a
guess-
good idea.
Yeah, I would have constructed something that would have.
What did you construct?
It is a small. I'm trying to think. It like melds itself. It's like something that would screw in a little bit, suction cup itself to it, and be like an isolated charge. Thinking the pressure to like just push through the lock, like piston, just like in the cylinder, like destroy everything that'll hold it in place, and just kind of like screwing out a keyhole in a lock, you know, just.
Okay, and you're gonna like use this on one of the connecting bits. Which one?
Do we want to take the bar with us?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then, right here.
Make all the nobles get in here.
Yeah, they should. Yeah.
They're already pretty much in there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, you said they're all in there.
Do you mind if I take the rest of this away then?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet! You guys successfully took everything from the train car that you were aware of and killed every guard on the train because they're dirty king loyalists.
That's right.
You manned everyone into the living quarters, put the charge down, sat at the bar for a drink, blew it up, and then the train went on the rest of its way. Your informant, the dude that you had on the inside, the guy that you know is nice and reliable, this goblin boy, rolls up with his own little makeshift engine and comes through to connect it at the back end, and then turn the engine on, and start going the opposite direction all the way back through town as you guys enjoy a couple of nice makeshift cocktails or stiff drinks with all the loot in hand.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
Hell yeah.
We did
Amazing.
it. No casualties on the civilian side.
Yeah, no casualties, that's true. Hell yeah.
That was very successful.
That was very successful. I am very, very pleased with.
That was a lot of fun.
Only
Yeah,
a few
let's-
minor scares.
That was absolutely not the way I wanted it to go. I planned the opposite of that. In my brain, I was like, you're gonna sneak up from the back end and then kind of like slowly try and shimmy your way to the front until you had to deal with things. Or go on top and deal with like the landmines and stuff. But my brain wasn't like, oh yeah, they'll sneak on as like just other nobles. And so I was like, oh shit. And
And then we
big
like
old
sort
combat.
of pincered the combat. And
But I liked that. I thought it was great. It
was
was
cool.
like a very rare situation where it's like, yeah, split the party. It's kind of small, so it's fine.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, and we were split, but the guards were split too.
Yeah.
So that helped balance.
I was gonna come back, but it's like I'm right here, so may
No,
as
yeah, I
well
like that.
like. Kind of like.
Great.
I only attacked one time in that session, and I'm kind of sad I did because I could have gone like just a skill check session all the way through. But that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ultra high movement speed and high athletics is really
How do you have
fun.
that high movement speed? You have mobile and what
It's
else?
completely by the book. So I have mobile.
Of course it is.
I have 30 feet of move speed, right? And then on top of that, I have 10 feet of move speed. Oh god, let me fucking see. I wrote it all down. It's pretty silly.
At the end of that, I had 74 out of 92 hit points. So I was
I
a little
almost,
cut up, but not too bad.
Yeah,
I
same.
almost died once because I changed my con to make me, but I didn't die.
I want to play this character again so bad.
So I have 10 move speed from being a barbarian, because barbarians, mid-level barbarian gets weird like rogue abilities, or kind of early mid. And then I got another 15 when raging/focusing because I took elk at 3. The advantage to strength checks, all that, came from taking bear at 6, but the rest of the move speed happened because cutting action when you're a rogue, let's use your bonus action. So I can use my move, action, and bonus action to move 65 feet.
Damn.
That was pretty crazy.
What was your magical item?
My magical item was just a belt that put me at 21 strength. Outside of that, it was just expertise and athletics that carried me that far.
If I would have been, all those things, it's something for me to be aware of too, like require actions. So it's like, if I would have been prepared with my AC, I could have gone in with the 23 and like maybe not died almost, but I can't attack very much. So it's like, the turret was my, like I built this all around the turret, you know, to support the turret and
The
like.
turret was great.
Yeah,
The
turret
turret
was
was
actually
awesome. That really pecked away at his HP.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
You said train, I thought narrow lanes, and I thought, well, that's great for a turret.
That is great. Tactical.
You guys did miss because I put a little like small thing in there. If you would have grabbed the staff, you'd have found out that all of the treasure is getting sacrificed to summon an ancient dragon. The Lord.
We didn't grab the staff.
I mean, you would have eventually. I'm sure.
We threw the box in the chest, and we're like, we'll open it later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I was gonna have a whole scene where like
Ah,
your whole
shit.
environment changed, and then a huge dragon appeared from you, and they got mad, and then you dropped it, and you were like, "What's going on?"
Damn.
Which I thought would have been fun.
That would have been fun.
I definitely would have grabbed the staff, given the chance.
Yeah,
Just the type of player I am. I'm like,
that was good. I like that.
Excellent.
This was a lot of fun.
what was gonna be in here?
It's just the engine room. I just did it because there should be an engine room.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
the conductor, that conductor dude, like
Who's
doing
the
magic,
conductor?
and like the guy that you first talked to.
Oh.
They got you into the train.
He has no idea.
I mean, he might have an idea, but he's probably just like,
just
I'm
watching.
gonna
You know
stay
what?
in here.
My job is to drive.
Yes.
That's my job.
I'm gonna drive.
I'm gonna do my job.
No one told me to stop.
It's like, oh, they're leaving now.
I'm
Good.
not supposed to know what's up on this train. I know you're coming.
So, another thing that I planned was that Gatling gun could like surface up to the top of the train if you guys decided to go like on
Right.
top of the train. So then you would have to
Cool.
like fucking dodge a huge Gatling gun or whatever.
Oh my god.
And sorry, I'm sharing all the things that I came up with.
No, this is what you do in
Um,
one shots.
I didn't plan this well because this didn't feel very heisty. It was kind of like a snatch and grab. Like you just went in, grabbed it, and went out. But I wanted to put more like obstacles or lock things or like weird niche situations. And maybe I should have described this before, but those little things that I gave you at the beginning of the game that I never came up again.
Oh shit, what was it again?
So it was gonna be like the flashback thing where you come up to a locked door or like you need or exactly what Tosh did at the very end, where it's like, oh, how do we get out of this? I'm gonna make a little thing, or I would have made it a little thing. It's like you come up against an obstacle and then we'll flash back to you in the town making something for the plot of the heist in the middle of that, and then you do a skill check to see how well it works, and then we snap back to the middle of the heist and see how it goes.
Gotcha.
But you don't have to prepare it, you can just come up with it in the moment. I think it's a really cool idea. I don't think I set it up well.
I like that. I see.
Right?
I see what it's going for.
Right?
It's just like I prepared for this moment.
Yeah.
You have a great foundation now to add on to.
That's true.
And use ChatGPT. It will save you hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work.
How so?
I came up with, I don't know, 7 NPCs, stats, their personality, background, what they look like, everything in like an hour. It's a lot of detail that was just generated. And then I did a little bit of futzing.
Oh yeah. I like improv. as much as I can. It's not easy. Like, none of those characters or the line or like. Yeah, I pretty much just came up with a map and then I was like, I'll figure it out.
I thought it
Map
worked
is
out
great. I
really,
love the
really
map.
well. Yeah, I really enjoyed this setup as well.
Well, thank you. I was super nervous. I prepped for like 3 hours.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Man.
Like, as soon as you guys were like, we're gonna try and sneak in, and then we'll carry this into the cargo, and we're eating, I was like, the fuck am I gonna do? This is not what I planned.
I like that Minotaur was like, nope, you're not supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be.
Not here.
I was trying to go for Russian.
Not here.
Not here.
Not best for you be here.
Yeah, that shit was great.
Hell yeah, that was refreshing. That was nice. It's cool. Nice little break. I'm down to run another one if we ever want. If you ever need another week off, or you guys can run something.
A lot to prep.
I only have one ready.
I have a lot to prep for too. I have 2 days to prep.
Right. Oh, right. You have a ton of prep done for you already
Great.
that I've sent
Awesome.
you.
Okay.
That's the. Oh, I should stop recording.